crusaders spew their hate. Lies unfold before our ears. Podcast rage to calm our fears. Reclaim gaming and Dragoncast. Fire breathing wide, screaming loud. Lavistro's here to shake the crowd. Psychotic dragon ready to ignite. Hold on tight, we're taking flight. Dragoncast. Worlds clash in endless collision. Gaming news with a fierce precision. With a spark so wild it breaks the norm. In the tempest eye of face the score. Truth burns with a psychotic roar. Corrupt suits sneer what they despise. Dragoncast will open your eyes. Integrity found in Dragoncast. Fire breathing metal, screaming loud. Lavistro's here to shake the crowd. Psychotic dragon ready to ignite. Hold on tight, we're taking flight. Dragoncast. Dragoncast. Of justice cut through the dark. Lavistro's roar ignites the spark. A dragon's heart fiercely defends the gaming world. Our passion ascends. This is Dragoncast. Dragoncast.
And we're live, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Dragoncast. 40 episodes. 40. I can't believe it.
Really?
Yeah.
Almost as old as us.
Old as you, Boomer.
Back in
I think I'm the youngest one here.
I'm 21.
Are you now? This is news.
Yeah.
1,000 or 100?
And just like last year and next year, I'll be 21. I will never hit 22, and it'll never hit me.
Nice.
Yeah. I can tell you I've never read Disney Adventure comics and never heard of Tailspin ever, because Don Carnage actually says that. He's canonically 21, and then you find out canonically he's not actually 21. Every birthday he's always 21, and because one of the parts said, well, actually, Captain, you said you were 21 last year, and the year before that, and the year before. I was like, you know what? That's a smart thing to do. Never acknowledge I was anything but 21.
I like it.
Okay. So, we got a lot to talk about, but we're going to say hello to the panel before we actually talk to the panelists. We got Cat Valkyrie Winner, as always, saying hail all through the time and skull. We have Dash X saying let's go, which I believe he's on your circle of things, Karrus, if I remember correctly, right? Dash X, he's one of your mods?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I was like, are you talking to other? Yeah. Hey, Dash. Tube dashes to keep track of.
Oh, I know.
Yes.
People actually thought he was you, Dash. People actually
I guess
thought,
you can just call me
Attack?
Attack. I guess you can call me by my last name, Attack, then.
Mm-hmm.
So then we've got
So we got
Attack
this
and
loser.
X.
the copycat of Dash X. Do we have Shadow Warden saying 21 centuries? Exactly. I don't math.
Yep.
It's a human thing. And we have Dash X again. With that being said, we were going to have a special guest on but he totally flaked on another podcast he had scheduled before us. He let me know yesterday. That's why there was no Dragoncast coming up soon, things until this morning, because, well, it's not his fault, but he totally flaked, and he'll be coming on the 20th, I believe, is what we agreed on. So
Nice.
there is that. Also, for y'all viewers, just so y'all know, we at Dragoncast are literally thinking about branching out our podcast. Originally, we started doing it was just me, and then Dash helped me out covering some news, and we realized, you know what, this culture war stuff is kind of boring. We need something different to cover because everyone else covers it. So we started interviewing other gamers, and we started realizing our niche is covering things that people don't cover. So we're still going to continue covering and interviewing people, fellow gamers and stuff, just not as often. We're starting to branch out into looking into other gaming news and focusing on stuff like, well, what's happening in the indie world. We'll probably still cover a few cultural stuff, but I'll leave it to Dash Attack on that one. And then you have me running around doing gaming history and stuff like that. So be prepared for changes like today's episode. But before we get into those, Karrus, how's it been going?
It's going well. I am almost done moving. We're down to, I probably said that before, but like there's less and less. I'm at the point of having to rent a truck now to move stuff, and I won't be here much longer. We'll probably be here through Christmas, just because we don't want to be moving Christmas Day or anything like that. But I think once Christmas is over, we'll be out of this place. It'll be nice. I have a new series of my own that I'm starting. That'll actually be a video series and not a stream series. I'm not going to mention it yet, but I've toyed around with the idea of it on streams, and now that I know what I want to do with it, I can turn it into, like, I've done the draft, I've done the whatnot on stream. I can turn it into a legit video series now. You can play Last Christmas when you get drunk as hell. Is that a game? I need to look that up.
And Dash Attack, everyone's favorite necro bisexual ESG representation. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. We had a really great show on Dash Attack's Old White Road yesterday with the Cartoon Gentleman. I had one of my friends from Discord, and I managed to beat a boss in that Digimon game with just Lady Devimon. It was just down to the wire. But yeah, doing good. Just, mostly same as usual, getting ready for the holidays. Christmas, I mean.
Yeah. Holidays is around the corner. Even I'm struck by it. Everything just goes too fast.
Yep.
Me personally, I've been dealing with my son. They're trying to remind us that school enrollment season's around the corner, and where your son going for middle school? I'm like, my son's not going to middle school yet. He's 10. He's in 5th. Oh, yeah, he would be in middle school next year. I was like, oh, shit. Oh, I hate that. So we're going to end up having the teenage years where he's going to be rebellious against his dad and be like, you don't know me. You don't know me. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Also, as I was telling Karrus last night, I'm actually probably going to have my days numbered on YouTube. Because I'm covering moral panics. And during that coverage, was curious, why are females overrepresented in moral panics? Because I don't just want to glaze over it. I want to be fair. I told myself, we're not going to talk about sexism, we're not going to talk about feminism, and we're not going to talk about pick bad, use stick. I felt like those were cop-outs. Well, the very first air quotes here, moral panic, it was more of a controversy, manufactured controversy. But the very first games or violence argument started by a woman for the Associated Press. And it was not because she actually believed that. At least I don't think so. When you add all the historical events, I found two possible outcomes that people can decide for themselves based on science and the history of the time. But people are going to automatically I'm actually having Sonia read it just to be on the safe side, because she knows me well enough to know that when I seem sexist, I'm not sexist. But we're going to see what she thinks of it. I might have some other people read the thing, because I'm finishing up the script right now. Here's what happened. You know that AI has safe filters, right? Like Google and ChatGPT, right? I told myself, what better way to make sure I don't violate TOS than have an AI read through it? I says, prove me wrong and see if I'm being sexist. You know what the response was?
You're sexist.
No. I triggered its logic flaw. It said error cannot generate. Error cannot generate.
Oh,
every time I reposted the prompt of that whole script, it was triggering its safeguards, but at the same time, because I wasn't actually doing anything to attack a protected class, it was actually like factual and logical. And I says, here's my sources. These sources say this. It was looking at those sources to say, okay, this is where you're wrong. This is where you're misconceiving things, blah, 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 right? So it was stuck in a loop to where the loop was, it can't generate. Please ask another question.
Wow.
So that's why it's going slow. Cause I'm like, well, I need something. And yeah, so that's what's been going on with me. Yes, I'm very much a sexist. Tanya will tell you this. I'm the most sexist, racist dragon you'll ever meet. That's the least sexist, racist dragon that you'll ever meet. I'm the most non-sexist, sexist dragon. I say things, but I don't mean them. I say them because people got upset about it. If people were getting upset about it, I wouldn't say it. If you don't believe me, ask Karrus just how controversial I am offline.
Semi-offline.
Yeah, we'll keep it offline. We'll keep it lower. But that being said, let's go straight into the Dragon Bytes real quick. We got quite a few. So, good news for people who play World of Warcraft. 21 years later, they finally have player housing when everyone else has it.
Hello, my name is Jay Huang, Principal Artist and Design Lead for Housing Decoration on the World of Warcraft team. I'm here to guide you through purchasing your first home in WoW, how to decorate it, ways to collect new decor, and
I'm pretty
answer
sure we
common
know
questions from the
exactly
community.
how to decorate our own
Check out our
home.
full video on the World of Warcraft YouTube channel.
But yes, if you still play Warcraft, and I'm pretty sure people do, you can finally do what other MMORPGs already do. You can have a player home. You're no longer a murder hobo. You're a murder home owner.
I'm actually surprised they didn't implement this years ago.
I actually thought they already
RuneScape has
did.
had this for longer.
I have a question. Is there going to be 50-year mortgage options for purchasing these homes?
You know what? They actually have a mod like that for Skyrim, and you can even pay property taxes on your player home. So I would not be surprised if they actually put that in there, so players understand what it's like to own a home. I mean, after all, what did the Red Cross want a while back that we were discussing? They wanted players to experience war crimes.
Yeah. So let's put a a mortgage for a home, which honestly, you could already do that in Animal Crossing like 10 years ago, I think. And this seems like Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing is really popular. It's getting more and more popular. You've got Disney, Dreamlight Valley. You've got a lot of these like customization games. And I see it seems like, wow, Blizzard's over there just like, how can we tap into this market? Housing!
Because California Skyrim edition.
Oh, jeez.
Everyone's going to be woke as fuck. But we also got some news about Nier Automata. Yeah, this one's just short news. But the Gooners are winning. Who says Muslims can't goon? So after
Damn.
8 years, Nier Automata is finally released on Saudi Arabia.
Wow.
The game faced barriers due to Saudi Arabia's strict regulations, 2B, whose designs include revealing outfit clash with Saudi Arabia's legal standards on sexualization of media. You know, I love how Christians get a lot of shit, but when it comes to Muslim censorship, there's silence.
Oh, I bet it was because of the lesbian androids.
Yeah, they cut
possibly.
that
Probably.
They might have modified the outfit, and I know that there was an update. When I first played this, someone had told me to like angle my camera directly down to look at the upshot of 2B, and then like 6 months later, someone said do that again, and I couldn't. So they like
Dash, go
that
ahead
in an
and walk
update.
right past them so I can apologize. Let me know when you're right there, and I'll apologize. The Lavistro way. Durka, your turn.
Ooh.
Speaking of
Damn.
which, Hijab Gamer and I are actually talking about getting her on for an interview.
Oh,
and-
yeah, I'd love to have her on. Like,
Nice.
yeah, I remember back when she was on like Geeks and Gamers more. Oh man.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to get her on. See, cause she's not mostly playing Destiny, which is fine. That's her passion, you know. But before I cover certain news, there's 2 news on Dragon Bytes I want to make sure we cover. But before that, something that's ominous that I'm probably going to look into that's coming is, well, your RAM just got more expensive.
Yep.
Gonna need down payment on that.
Yeah. The RAM pricing, so basically the RAM pricing crisis has only just begun. Team Group GM warns the problem will worsen in 2026 as DRAM and NAND prices double in 1 month. This was, let me be sure. So this was this month. So in January we could be experiencing problems.
Yeah, computers are going to become less and less affordable because of this AI gold rush.
Yeah, in fact, that reminds me, Dash. I'm gonna point this out there. I was gonna save it for later. But just so we can, because it's up probably more closer to this conversation. Where's it at?
Is it what I
Just give me
think
a
it
moment.
is?
Well, it's
Drum roll.
It's correlated. It's a meme. I think it's very telling.
I saw this.
Basically, AI is getting all the RAM. We're not getting shit. Oh, and welcome,
hey, Vet.
Bo. Hello.
Oh, hey, how's it going, man?
If he's here.
He's buffering in.
And here I make fun of my own ISP.
Hey.
You good, Bo?
I'm late, fellas. I got tied up or something. I wasn't in a position to let you know I was going to be late.
That is reasonable.
Oh, that's fine, Bo. You know, we're just wrapping up coverage of Dragon Bytes. You know, the smaller news.
Can I say something a little bit that's tied to RAM specifically? This was covered on TISM Thursday. We covered the Micron manufacturer stepping out of the consumer market and going into essentially the enterprise / data center. They say the AI market. That's just a buzzword. They're going into the enterprise corporate world, which means they're going to be doing a lot of the the workstation and the server related stuff. That thing is what they're going to be making RAM for. And I have a prediction that because they're dipping out and they're like the primary maker of RAM that we get, people are either going to start having to resort to that or someone else is going to have to come in and fill that void. The supply is going away from us, but the demand is not waning. Like the demand is still very much there. Who's going to fill that gap? Either we need someone to fill that gap or a new technology that essentially is going to replace what we know as RAM in the consumer market. It's going to have to happen. Someone's going to do that. Entrepreneurs, spin up your ideas. Get your best
Dash X RAM drives. I would love to see that, Dash X. Start your RAM company.
Yes.
And make it a sexual innuendo.
Make it phallic. Yep.
Yeah. The phallic
Absolutely.
Grammy.
The ramming.
The Gooner Ram. There we go. The Gooner
The
Ram.
Gooner Ram. The Gooner edition. You've got you can get the Gooner edition, which is like the really high end fast spec stuff, and then you've got the woke edition, which is like 400 megahertz or something like that.
All right, and then we got some news for all you simps out there that like to watch pretty things rather than real gamers. And I don't know if Emery's a real gamer or not, but I actually hated what happened to her, and I kept my talons on the feed just to see if there's any updates. And you know what? She's Pro 2A.
Ooh.
I'm Pro 2B.
Yeah, I think that is a 2B.
Yeah, I've seen this one.
Oh, take the bag out.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then double check that it's, and then just keep your hand like this. Don't point it at anybody. You can show it.
Okay.
The
Or
girl
gun
sitting
safety.
down
Gun
knows what
safety.
she's doing.
No, you can show it
The
as
other
long as
one
it's gun
doesn't
safety.
yet.
Oh, they were saying no, and I was like, wait, why not?
No, you
it's because
literally-
they're talking. It's because they're saying no to League.
No, you're
Oh,
fine.
this
You're
is
fine.
my new home defense gun. It's a
Oh, wow.
Staccato
Look at that trigger
XL.
That
safety.
shit is so
It's
tough.
tuxedo. It's got like a little red
That's
thing.
nice.
Look at that.
Is that the
Mhm.
Half-Life 2 pistol?
It kind of looks like
Almost looks
But
like
what
a
I'm gonna
Halo
say-
pistol.
it. Yeah.
Like a
Well,
what?
here's what I'm going to say.
Halo.
This is one thing I'm going to give
Oh,
props
yeah.
for her. Is the fucking fact that she is not putting her finger in the trigger well.
Yes.
She's actually trying to keep it. She's trying to keep the barrel away from people. She's holding it very
Yep.
carefully. She might not be holding it properly, but she's holding it carefully. She's afraid to do something wrong with this weapon. To me, that shows me a beginner sign of trying to show respect to the handgun.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
gun safety 101.
Mhm.
Especially since it looks like there might be an empty mag, but also the hammer's pulled back, so that might have been just like they pulled the slide back to see if something was there, and the hammer just might have pulled back.
Yeah, I imagine
but
the gun
that's-
isn't loaded.
Yeah.
Well, that girl sitting down, she if you watch it, she kind of knows what she's doing, and
Mhm.
I think the girl holding the gun
Emeru?
had some safety tips from that girl sitting down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because she told her exactly what to do. She told her it's okay to show it, all this other stuff. She knows what she's doing, so she's got some range time. But I didn't fucking bookmark it, but there's a lot of female Twitch streamers that are starting to carry AR-15s, shotguns, stuff like that. So, welcome to the 2A
Thanks.
Club, ladies.
Thanks, Hassan, for showing that you can hold a gun on stream.
Yep,
Yep.
because now we can
Can't
always
say-
say, "Well, Hassan did it."
I've got
She
my
did it
own
better
little
than Hassan.
arsenal.
Well,
yeah, there was
watch
that one
gun
guy,
channel
he-
Get back. Anyone who used to watch FPS Russia?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I remember FPS Russia. Damn, that guy like disappeared 9 years ago.
Yeah, did it? I didn't keep track, but I know like something happened. But like I remember when he shot up a 360. Do you remember that video?
No, like an actual Xbox 360, just like took an AK to it or something.
Yeah, no, he took a shotgun and then he like blew it up with a grenade.
The one that
I
I
remember
remember.
Well,
one day
if I understand correctly,
I remember
that's
one
the-
day on Justin Bieber's birthday, he used a Justin Bieber cutout as target practice, which is pretty edgy.
Damn.
But if I remember, correctly, that's the guy that assaulted her on stage. If I remember correctly, I'm not sure.
That must be him.
I don't know.
Wait, the guy on the
But-
right?
No way.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see the guy's face. I always saw was a clip of it. But that was
If
also
that's-
during the time where. Go ahead.
If that's him, roll the footage back to where the gun's
I'll be right back.
sideways
I gotta
facing at his
pull out
head.
my
Oh, damn. I was going to say, roll the footage back to where the gun's like sideways, conveniently pointing at his head. And just pause it there. by her 10K sub simp. Yeah. Yep. They'll do that. They'll drop like $500. I heard the $10,000 what is it, sub donation or sub gifting, that was yanked by Twitch hilariously. That was interesting. This is funny though. And good on Emaru. Someone probably told her, hey, you probably need to start carrying something because you've had enough near misses in your life. There's going to come a point where someone's going to get really overconfident and you're not going to have security with you one of these days. And good on her. Absolutely.
Also doubt my sidearm anymore.
I probably would have, I mean, that might not, well, that is hers. I probably would have gone with, just off the top of my head, like an LCP2, which, like, is really tiny inside of even her hand. Yeah, I mean, if a guy needs it, they can get, like, the clip extension. But LCP2 could be really good for her. But, I mean, for her first gun, hey, that's a nice stylish choice. I'm gonna bet that it's 9mm at least. It don't look like that thing's gonna be 380.
Well, I carry a 686 Smith & Wesson 357, and it's a 7-shot. So if somebody's counting bullets thinking, oh, he's just got a revolver, I got an extra surprise for him.
So it's an actual revolver with, like, they
Yeah,
nailed it with a
it's
357.
357. It's 7-shot 357.
Damn.
And the reason why I choose that is because even when I was in the military, I was decent with the 9mm, decent shot with the 9mm, but I am much more accurate with the revolver than I am a semi-auto. For some reason, it's just so I stick with my revolver and I can shoot it just as fast as a 9mm.
I think, isn't the revolver, like, there's a way that it's molded when it sits in your hand and the way it's weighted. Some people just adjust to it better than the way that a semi-auto works.
Yeah, and plus there's less likelihood of a breakdown with the
Sorry
revolver.
about that. My neighbor asked me if I could help him get into his own house because he left himself out.
Well, you're a dragon. That just blow
Yeah.
fire on the door and call it a day.
Yeah. He was asking me, he's like, do you know which way the locks are for the doors, for the windows? I was like, looking, I was like, yeah, I did. My tenants deadbolted the doors when they moved out. He can't access his own house. So I was like, okay. And he was like, this guy is a boomer. And I go through, look at my windows. I go to the window that's closest to my house. There's no screen on it. No screen whatsoever. I pull the window up. It is unsecured. I was able to roll the window up, step inside, go inside, and unbed bolt. It says, like, how do you do that? I was like, well, your windows don't have a screen on the one, which is curious. And have you tried to see if you can pull it up? He's like, what about the silent alarm? Oh, that's your problem.
Yep.
So
that is not your responsibility. He asked for assistance and you provided it.
yeah,
And yeah,
he can talk to he's the homeowner. He can talk to the deputy that's coming. They're going to send one out there because the alarm system did not go off when I was in the house. So he just said, what about the silent alarm? I was like, what the heck? But that would explain why it didn't go off. It's silent. It's not asking me to anything. It's not beeping or anything.
Yep. Right there, Dash. Yeah, use one of your spare gold keys in your stash in the mountain.
I am not that charitable.
Damn.
Those gold keys is to help my son in college. Whether he uses them for good or evil is on him. Once he's in college, he's no longer my problem. I'm like, out. But yeah, so, I'm going to say good on her for getting some protection and having friends that could help her. God, her arms look so freaking skinny.
Yeah,
very
she
petite.
never does arm day.
No.
Unlike Attack over here, who like
He
I don't know if
skips
you
leg
have an
day.
option. I mean, sometimes I skip leg day, but I at least do try to do all right. Yeah, look at that. Look at those biceps. Look at that shit.
Yep.
Makes me embarrassed.
Get
Yeah,
you
I
better
know. I
looks.
got dad bod. I try to get my biceps back. I can't even have that happening.
Fucking monster. Those are
Put your
Camelot.
fucking
Yeah,
shirt on. This is a
I,
good Christian channel. We don't do porn here.
Oh, but I'm a guy, so it's not sexual.
The stream's gonna get shut down because the AI misinterpreted those as actual.
I can believe it. I
They're
mean,
both.
it was
both
what I was
lucky.
going for.
It's like I got the real
Hey, there you go,
muscle.
Vic.
I literally requested jig physics for these.
Yeah.
But I got news everyone is excited for. But unlike certain streamers or certain, shall we say, professional game journos who like to use games as a soapbox to talk about what they really care about because they couldn't get a job at CNN because they're fucking losers.
Cough the
I
gamer.
actually have actual results. So, we all know about the Half-Life 3 rumor, right?
Mhm.
Well, I have Half-Life 3 news, and this should help the hopium until we do get valid news from Valve. See, I don't just cover rumors.
Inject.
So, for those who don't know, Half-Life 3 is the experience ride. Throughout much of November, the entire gaming community rode on a roller coaster. We all know this. You know what? I'll just let the video sell it, so y'all know what it is.
The mod?
Yeah.
Kind of.
I still have Half-Life installed on my computer when I was streaming it a month ago.
I could barely hear y'all. I'm sorry.
I still have it installed for when I was streaming it a few months ago.
Nice.
Doing a retro game.
This remaster one.
That's a good psych out. He had like Doom level filters on it, but he still got like that center aim. Well, not quite aim down, but
I used to love Half-Life. I played so much PvP in
Is
Half-Life.
this a mod? Is this like a
I
Doom
believe
mod
it is.
for Half-Life 1?
It's Half-Life 1, but it's probably those are the original assets, and they just like repurposed them and put them into like a Doom kind of design. But it's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like opposing force assets. Like that creature there is straight out of opposing force, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I
and
like
to
this.
answer
This
your
looks
question, Dash, I could barely hear y'all when this thing's going off, but yes, it is a mod. But so yeah, that's what I got for everybody. I figured I'd cover it.
That's cool.
So that we have actual news on it. I will put this in the chat, and as we cover the next topic, I will put it into the description for the replay values. But you can get it here on Steam.
I'll probably stream that at some point, hopefully soon, before the next game comes out.
It's a demo. It's a community-made mod that you so you have to own Half-Life. So it's part of the Half-Life game.
Damn.
But it has a demo, and they plan to announce it to release later. But you know, it's Half-Life. It's a mod. It's new gameplay. I always like playing mods that add more quests to the game to give it more replay value. So I figured, this would be nice to cover. No one's talking about it. So yeah,
I approve.
I will definitely put the Half-Life Element 64 on the description. But for everyone else that's in the chat right now, there's your Steam link for all your Half-Life fixes.
Grab it, people.
Now, let's talk about Netflix and the Nemesis mod.
Hmm.
If it lets me. Wants to be gay right now. So I chose the game developer because it focused more on the Netflix acquisition for the games, because most of the articles are covering Warner Bros. In general. Now, I did find out that the buyout is excluding Warner Bros. Global. That's going to be something separate. But basically, Netflix is acquiring Warner Bros. Discovery, the parent company of HBO, and Warner Bros. Games in a cash and stock transition worth about $82 billion, blah, blah, blah. But the Discovery spokesperson has confirmed the games is included with the transaction. When discussing the move, Netflix, which has been attempting and struggling to make inroads into the video gaming industry, largely focused on the benefits of purchasing Warner Bros. Of properties and television and movie studios, right? So they'll get more content that they can put on Netflix, right? Because their shit sucks. I won't lie. I don't even watch half of Netflix stuff anymore. It's like ugh.
Well, every once in a while they'll come out with something good, but then or they'll just mess it up the next season. Like very like so often. A lot of times they just give Adi Shankar blank checks to just do whatever what he wants with an IP.
I think they're buying this the Warner Bros. Trademark. Carry on the conversation. My neighbor's back.
Like, if they're doing it for gaming, is that what Lavistro is implying?
Gaming's probably a part. That could be a small part. A lot of industries, even the film industry, I read some articles that came out a year or two ago. They wanted to tap into gaming, but they didn't know really how. So they used like some quasi connections that they had made with special effects people, and like weaseled their way into like EA and whatnot. But a lot of these industries know that gaming's a big thing, and they want access to that market share. I don't think it's the entire. I wouldn't even say it's 50%. It could be like somewhere between 10 and 30%. I think that there's a handful of Warner Brothers IPs that Netflix wants for themselves. Like Harry Potter, I believe, is still under Warner Brothers, and that's big, and that's still making money even today. You've got, I think, a bunch of The Hobbit or The Lord of the Rings that's a bit under Warner Brothers, and at least I know The Hobbit was distributed under Warner Brothers. They probably want a bunch of that to be able to put on there. I wouldn't be surprised if this is like they buy a thing and then pick out what they want and then just like get rid of it 2 to 5 years down the road.
Well, I don't see what they'd have to do with the game, why they took gaming. Why they did for gaming, because Netflix isn't games, it's movies. Well,
Netflix
neither was
itself,
Warner
no.
Brothers for a while.
They could, because they're cloud and everyone's going cloud. I wouldn't be surprised if you suddenly saw Netflix games down the road. What is it? Blumhouse came out with their own game division. Like they have a game that they developed and distributed on Steam.
Oh,
And it looks pretty good.
They better use Steam or else they'll get stomped. They start making games.
They should. Yeah, they should, but I think what they're going to probably do is they're going to have something tie in, like Epic will want a piece of the pie. They may try and do like, Netflix game, stream the game that you want under the Netflix house or something dumb like that. And then like they'll have a partnership with Steam 6 months to a year down the road, like Epic does. But yeah, you are right. It would be wise of them to just make a game and throw it out on Steam. Netflix CEOs are not smart.
Name. Yeah. Because they'll make a ton of money if they make a good game.
Oh, yeah. Like, Blumhouse is not known for making really great stuff, but they never go into the red. They spend 5 to 7 million on a film. It brings in 50 million. It's shit. But guess what? They made a profit. Jason Blum don't care. It's like,
Well,
I'm rolling in millions, man.
So do you think Netflix will try and make one of their own IPs into a high budget video game, or are they just going to try and correct the games division? Something like Warner hasn't even been able to do, and they've been at it a lot longer.
That would be smart of Netflix to do, is to actually do something proper where, yeah, Warner Brothers just sits and they just want to milk what they think is going to be big, but they don't really understand their audience, so they're going to be dumbasses about it.
Yeah,
Netflix could see something, like, because there's so much under the umbrella, there could be like one single thing that they want, but they have to spend 82 billion or whatever it is to get that one thing that they want.
Well, they could even just, obviously the most affordable thing to do would be just to make a cheap indie game.
Oh, yeah. You do a 10-person studio, you give them, I don't know, $100,000 and say, here, make this game based on this thing. We'll bring in some experts to work with you, and then we'll make $1 million off of it. Like, Netflix would. They did that, I think, with Dark. It was a German series, and they dubbed it, they licensed it. Dark was really popular, but I don't think Netflix really appreciated it the way that the fans of Dark did.
I started watching that. I didn't really continue. I know it was more of a foreign thing, but they didn't embrace it like they did Squid Game.
Yeah, they went all in with Squid Game, and I mean that's fine. You know, South Korea's films are popular, but Dark is just, it's interesting. It really makes you think. You have to, it takes place over the course of 3
A lot of my
periods.
favorite Netflix shows get canceled. Dark Crystal, Archive 81. If you ever seen Archive 81, I highly recommend it. It was a really good horror show.
I'm still waiting for I think it's called Mindhunters to continue. That's the one where the FBI was studying how to track serial killers.
Yeah, I saw parts of the first season of that.
Yeah. They ended it right when they had a kid as a serial killer. And it was actually based on an actual thing, too. And I was like, holy shit. The Ed Camper arc was, I thought, really good. But I'm sorry I had to step away again. My neighbor came back again. And now he's gone. I actually watched him drive off. I was like, good. Now I can go do what I'm doing. Because I can't explain to a boomer, I'm streaming right now, whatever. And apparently everyone else is not answering their doors. So now I know why. Now I know why. But I also know he's.
What are they inside watching us?
No.
They should be.
They should be.
They should
knock
be
on our
watching
doors,
and
man.
subscribing. They should
Go
also
knock
be
on our doors. Get them to watch.
They should be sharing this video. They should be watching, liking, subscribing, and sharing out this video and following each and every link in the description. Just saying.
Absolutely.
Because everyone
in
here,
exchange for you getting them into their I'd say that's a reasonable payment.
Yeah. They'd probably see me like, oh, no, a dragon? Oh, no, he's a Satan worshiper.
Well, you do have horns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so does the thumbnail, Bo.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, because to me,
I like it.
We'll talk about it more in a later on in the stream. But to me, there's the AI controversy, right? New technology. I understand. Scary. Ooh, scary. And then there's the AI panic that's also happening at the same time. They're going to take our jobs. They're jobs. I'm like,
damn it. You beat me to it.
Yeah.
Well, in the private chat, the second link that I asked you, if you want to, I've been experimenting with AI.
Well, we'll look into that when it comes to AI. Just remind me. I do see the other one. Is this one? This is related to Netflix. We'll do yours, but I also want to point out something as well. I wanted to talk about the Nemesis. You think they're gonna they're gonna Netflix will never see an opportunity go to waste. So you think we're gonna see the Nemesis System return?
Like they'd free up the Nemesis System?
You think they're gonna? You think we're gonna see a return of the Nemesis System with Netflix?
I'm
Yeah,
kind of in the dark on that. What was the Nemesis System?
You ever played Shadows of Mordor?
Well, I've got it. I've got it. Oh, the game engine. Now I know what you're talking about. Now I remember. Yeah. It was proprietary to Warner Brothers. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And people love that system. They never used that system since, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just under lock and key.
Yeah,
that's an expensive engine if that's one of the key things that they want. Like I was saying, like this would be a perfect time to make a game, but they want access to that. Ooh.
Let me tell you, if you want WB games, the reason you want WB games is Nemesis System. That's the reason why you want it. Because look at WB games. Batman Arkham was probably one of their best titles, don't get me wrong. But after Suicide the Justice League and the previous title before that for Arkham series, who's really looking forward for a WB game?
Nope. I stopped playing after Arkham City, honestly.
Yeah.
Death of Joker, I was like, I've got what I need out of this.
I have never played any of the Batman games. Never.
Whoops.
What?
They just never interested me.
It's an excellent trilogy. You should play them
and
both.
Batman is my ultimate all-time favorite comic book hero, and I've never played the games.
You need to play Arkham Origins.
Have you ever watched like the original animated series?
I did some, but
so the really cool thing is many of the original voice actors, Kevin Conroy, Mark Hamill, they came back and voiced their characters for this game. They expanded kind of their vernacular a little bit, but they maintained as much as they could those characters' voices. And that's really what sold it. Is like it wasn't just Batman, it was Kevin Conroy's Batman. And people
it was our Batman, basically. Like who we saw as Batman growing up.
And we got to play him.
Yeah, and that's one thing I thought was awesome about that. Because they kept him, I think they kept him for the Justice League series too for a while.
Yeah, a little bit. You can hear Kevin's voice here and there in other series.
Mm-hmm. And then some of the later, like some of the animated movies and stuff where they had different ones, they all used Kevin Conroy as the model for their voice. Because Kevin Conroy, and I hate to say it for all those old school Batman fans, Kevin Conroy is the Batman, not Adam West. I'm sorry.
I never liked the 60s TV show.
I hated them.
Even as a kid, I thought they were corny.
I did too. People like, you're speaking heresy. I was like, I don't fucking care. Batman is the dark. Batman is the night. Batman is vengeance. Batman is fucking Batman. This is not fucking Batman. And the Robin reference, holy gee, Williker's Batman. Ugh. Or the Batman was the Batman in Robin movie. Holy metal Batman. And I was like, what?
Holy rusted metal.
It's Batman. All holy. Yeah. I was like, that's just like the worst reference. I was like, you could have just made the like that movie was horrible as it was. You could have just removed that reference and made it just a little bit better. Where we could say, at least you didn't bring in that reference.
Kevin's voice is so amazing. I won't tangent too much, but there's a video with Kevin sitting at a table with the guy who voices, I think, Yakko of the Animaniacs. And they're playing out the scene from The Dark Knight when Batman says, I can be what Gotham needs me to be. And Kevin delivers that in such a powerful, amazing way. And it's just like, why the fuck wasn't he in The Dark Knight? It was so good. Oh, yes.
The hell?
Wheelchair-bound Batgirl.
It's gotta be AI.
Of course it is.
Gotta be fucking AI. It's got the bat chair.
Bat wheels.
I saw that this morning. If you listen to,
I would not be surprised if this was AI.
it's called Bat
has to-
They. If you look at the title, it's called
Oh yeah, that
Bat
just came up on
They.
my. That just came up on my feed. I watched it. I was just watching this while
I
we
don't
were
care,
while we
that's
were just
funny.
talking.
Oh, you were watching something.
I wouldn't
while we
be
were having a
surprised.
conversation.
I think it's because Smash retweeted it.
Oh, of course he would. He'd be all over this.
People
Bat
are
Bay.
saying they'd actually watch this show. It's actually so
If they-
over the top.
you know, I
and
wouldn't
so
doubt.
like on borderline parody that it'd be interesting.
I wouldn't
Well,
doubt if they
everything-
brought back
Justice of
Batman.
not-
He would be broken in a wheelchair, and a woman would be out there doing his job, and he's in the Batcave feeding her information.
Except we've already
I-
had that. We already had Batman where he was paralyzed, and we no, he's not going to take it sitting down. He actually built himself an exosuit to keep running.
Frank
around.
Miller's Batman. I got the original leather-bound edition. It's worth some
Well,
bucks.
there was that, and as dumb as like the Batwoman show was, they got Kevin Conroy to portray Bruce Wayne, and he was a broken man who had like weird stilts on his legs and kind of crutches, but he was Bruce Wayne in that like one episode or two, and yeah, that was a broken Batman. That would have been interesting to see.
Yeah. But see, it's got everything. You got your side modernity fade from Jax on Mass Effect 3.
Yep.
You got your
Yep.
black person, strong woman of color, stoic, no emotion, acting like a dude with no boob armor. I mean, let's go back. Where's
The
that?
tech armor looks accurate.
Yeah, it does. But see, there's no boob armor. Remember, they were obsessed over that. You got your wheelchair from D&D. I can do anything. I want the first episode to be help. I've fallen and I can't get up. I want them to answer how she gets up if the Joker knocks her off her wheelchair.
You want me to act it out for you? Alfred, I've fallen and I can't get up.
Oh,
There you go. End scene.
This is so hilarious. And you know what? I keep saying I wouldn't be surprised at AI. I'm actually trying to say is I would not be surprised if Netflix is actually doing this.
They
I
got
would
the
not be
logo up in the
surprised.
top.
But you know, I will say this though. Where's it at? So we're talking about that's awesome that if they do it, then we're probably gonna see the Nemesis System back. But before I reveal this, how do y'all actually feel about Netflix buying WB?
It's Disney. They're buying up everything. What's that game where you roll around as a ball and you just like grab everything and become a bigger and bigger ball? I can never remember the name of it. It's basically
the snowball effect. I just call it the snowball effect.
It's not even the snowball. It's a game where you start off with like a little tiny thing. Maybe Chad can help me. And you roll, and you just like touch everything you touch, like lampposts, cars, people. You accumulate more and become this bigger and bigger ball, and it gets more and more difficult to roll through the city. You're grabbing chunks of skyscrapers, and eventually I think like you have to keep moving. You can't stop, if I recall. I don't remember the name of it, but it's just that. You're just accumulating so much that eventually you won't be able to do anything anymore because you're going to be too damn big. And I mean, Disney's already too damn big. It can't do anything without like messing up the stock market. Netflix is going to be, it's almost like, oh, I need my dick to be bigger than Disney's. Let's buy up Warner Brothers, which isn't a bad idea.
The thing is like Netflix isn't the biggest marketing thing for video anymore. YouTube is, and I think my thing is my theory is Netflix is doing this to buy games because they try to get into the gaming industry. They fucked up and failed at it. So now they're like, wait a minute, WB has games. All we have to do is buy the studios, and we can just tell them what we want them to make. They already had the crew, they had the team, they had the engine, they had the knowledge, the expertise, the the background, the
Yeah.
reputation, but they don't realize the WB reputation's all fucked up now.
They got the expertise to screw up games, is what they got now.
Yeah.
The good people of WB Games are gone. They left. They shut studios down.
Well, it's kind
Yeah.
of like Disney bought out Fox, and people thought
Mhm.
Fox was going to be fixed. It's like, no, Fox is still a stupid company. They fucked up
Yeah.
everything they've had. They're not going to change.
Yeah, it's not gonna work. Do you have any thoughts, Dash, before I give my big reveal?
On Netflix or the
The Netflix Nemesis System.
I don't know if Netflix could actually get its shit together and free the Nemesis system. I'd applaud them for it, but you know their Netflix, like everything they do is a mixed bag. When they have success, it's normally on accident.
Oh, you know it,
Hey,
honey.
Ginger.
I'm definitely gay. Well, here's my big reveal, and this is what makes me step back a bit, because, well, we all know about the Writers Guild, right? The people we have a problem with because they keep fucking up the stories in our games and movies and stuff, right?
Well, they're just a power-hungry union that likes to dictate the terms of what the industry can and can't do, who can work, who can't work. I think the whole thing should be disbanded.
Exactly. And you would think they'd be totally for Netflix buying. That means that they would have more centralized power on, writing stories. Because with Netflix buying it, they just get cozy with Netflix and they can get into WB and all these other places because Netflix owns everything, right? The Writers Guild of America opposes the Netflix buying Warner Bros. And says this merger must be blocked. Their argument is the world's largest streaming company swallowed one of its biggest competitors is what antitrust laws were designed to prevent. Now, I'm no lawyer, but I don't think that's exactly what they're designed to prevent. The outcome would eliminate jobs, push down wages, worsen conditions for all entertainment workers, raise prices for consumers, and reduce volume and diversity.
Well,
of
you see, that's the big lie. They also pretend to represent the workers, like the people that actually work behind the scenes to get these films actually made. That work on the sets, that bring the coffee, that make sure everyone has water on set. Those are all very important jobs that barely get any credit and don't really pay a hell of a lot, but they're very important jobs. And
you know what's kind of funny about that?
These guilds, they represent Mark Ruffalo. They don't represent anyone else.
Yeah. No, it's what's funny is what you said. Okay, so we were playing BioShock. And I'm not gonna try to spoil anything, but there's something, like, you remember how I mentioned this before, that BioShock is an excellent critique of Ayn Rand's objectivity and Marxism. It criticizes both of them. And Rapture is literally a libertarian utopia that becomes a libertarian dystopia. Okay. And Fontaine says it's kind of funny about these smart people. Give me a smart guy any day of the week. I mean, he would rather a smart person to scam and con than a dumb one. Because he said everybody thinks they're going to come to Rapture and be something special, but they forget someone's going to be scrubbing the toilets. Someone has to clean the shit.
Oh, I remember that dialogue.
Yeah. And that's something that people don't realize. You can say everyone's special and you can say everyone can do anything. I'm not saying don't go follow your dreams. Go follow your dreams. But if your dreams are, I'm going to make millions of dollars as a streamer, or your dreams are going to be, I'm going to run $1 million game industry company, or I'm going to do this, that, and the other thing, and you have no talent, no skill, nothing, then you need to be real with yourself, in my personal view, and be like, okay, I don't have the skills for this. I don't have the talent for this. My talent actually might be farming. I might be good at getting the toilet scrubbed. Yeah, it's not glamorous, but it's well paying. I'm going to make sure I get well paid for it. I'm good at making sure I get paid when I'm worth. There are people, there's a guy out there I remember reading as a not teenager, a decade or two ago. Let's just go put it that way. But he he got out of college, and you know how all these smart eggheads are trying to figure out how to preserve the environment, and they overthink things. This kid managed to find a way to get a loan to buy a few ships, and he runs a business cleaning up Trash Island. And people think Trash Island is this large landmass of trash. No, Trash Island is literally the size of the United States. It's just the trash that floats around the ocean waters. And his main job, and he's successful at this, he's still doing this to this day. His main job is his fleet is to run around the ocean cleaning up all that trash. And he makes money from that.
Yep.
Good money. So I'm just saying, like, you don't have to have a glamorous job, but not everyone's going to be famous. I hate to say it. I mean, yeah, granted, I'm being a streamer, but look at me. I don't consider myself famous. I literally had a talk with someone who said, don't say retard. I was like, well, I'm an unknown VTuber. I have a brain injury. Go ahead, say retard. I don't give a shit. Oh, yeah, I'm blocked because I'm an unknown VTuber saying retard. What was it, Pandasmone? I think it was what her name was. I can't remember. But I noticed a lot of people were talking about her, and I was like, oh. So, yeah, the Writers Guild is against this. I don't know what to think about it. Go ahead.
I have a big challenge card on the Writers Guild so-called claim. What is having skill asking for a friend? That's a good question. All this claim, all this outcome would eliminate jobs pushed out away. Everything that they mentioned, Warner Brothers already does on their own. There's a video, Lavistro, I put in the private chat. It's a link to an old video from Lindsay Ellis talking about the production of The Hobbit, which was distributed by Warner Brothers. Some of you don't know about the Hobbit law in New Zealand. That destroyed the entire contracting industry, for the contracting film industry for New Zealand, to accommodate Warner Brothers because they wanted to make something cheap. It's a 30-minute video. I highly recommend you go watch it. Warner Brothers executives flew to New Zealand. The Prime Minister enacted a law that destroyed the country just for this damn film series, The Hobbit, which wasn't even that good. And like Warner Brothers did this. They destroyed a country, essentially, one aspect of a country, all for a film that wasn't that good. Nothing's going to change by this acquisition. Warner Brothers already does this stuff. Whatever claim that the things were good with Warner Brothers before, no, they're not.
That was
that's why, I'm a bit indifferent to the Warner Brothers buyout because they've been mismanaging their own IPs and actually being more dysfunctional than Disney as of late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I'm kind of neutral on it. I was
like,
kind of happy when what's his name came in, like a few years ago, David
Zaslav.
David something, but everyone
Midnight's Edge loves the praise.
I liked him in the beginning because he came in and started cleaning house, but then he started making some calls. I was like, what are you doing? You canceled.
Yeah, he turned out to be kind of a false savior, in my opinion.
Yeah, he started off strong, but he doesn't. In my personal view, he doesn't. Okay, how do I put it? Because it seems like it happens with every gaming, toy, entertainment industry. Whatever. Once you corporatize them and you send a corporate from something that's not in our industries and spaces, they don't understand it's a different market. You cannot just say shit out more art, shit out more games, shit out more movies. You can't say that and shit out more toys. You can't even do that because you got the collectors that are looking for quality products. You got the grandparents and parents are like saying, okay, you want me to spend how much money on an action figure? Well, that action figure better be a work of art. This is not like China and every other country where you can make a cheap ass toy and not worry about copyright laws, and it'd be shit, and you get like what 5,000 won for a a toy, which is about $5 in Korea. That's literally no. You have to give good quality products. So that was my thing with when she started doing that. I was like, yeah, you're getting rid of the Scooby Doo movie, that one movie. It's like that's like your bread and butter for WB. So, but yeah, I will definitely say we should put this in the video share of the Discord. I'm definitely gonna watch this because I didn't know about this one. I just got done watching an autobiography about Steven Seagal. I hate that guy.
Oh wow!
And I just justified it more because the whole time, like his second wife, all his other wives and girlfriends and stuff, he was married the whole time to a woman in Japan and never sent her money or anything. She was raising a dojo and children all by herself because when he went to Hollywood. And the guy has an ego problem. Obviously, I already knew that. Like you can just tell the way he talks and stuff. But but actors and directors said this guy literally wanted to break people's arms. When he'd fight, he actually got one stunt double, smashed his face in a mirror, and it wasn't scripted. He just smashes him in a mirror and literally severely damages his face. It always tells like people, I'm the guy that is always on top. Like to let you know, like you can't fight me, you will not win. So I just got to watch it now. It's like that just confirms confirms why I hate this guy. It's like, and the comments on that document.
Go ahead. I was just saying the things you learn, but continue.
Yeah, but yeah, the constant documentary was all fat jokes on Steven Seagal. They were just roasting him in the comments. I mean, to be fair, the guy that made the video even said he does not like Steven Seagal either. He used to like him, doesn't like him. So he admits his bias in the beginning of the video. But I'm like, the thing I was like, well, the fact that he lets his wife and 3 children in Japan, lies about his own heritage, and has ties to the mafia at the same time. Yeah, how did he get so popular? What the fuck? And then he has these white van driving bear accusations. There's like 4 or 5 accusations of that underage interaction. Yeah.
Even Seagal, I've watched a couple of his movies, and after you've seen the third one, they're all the same.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Go look up
comes
Jason
into the
Brandt.
Saturday. There's this one Saturday Night Live episode they say they'll never re-air, as the Steven Seagal one, because he comes in there, couldn't handle the fact that these Arnold Schwarzenegger fanboys, air quotes, were making fun of him, so they had to rewrite that because he didn't know how to joke about himself. And then he comes into an ExxonMobil CEO room and starts beating up the actors that are playing as executives, and literally makes an environmentalism speech. That's what happens when you mess with the environment. I'm like, well, I mean, that summarizes your entire movie series ever. Like, the guy's a joke. But anyways, this is about games. But
no,
yeah,
I just thought it was interesting to share because it's part of Warner Brothers, and it's indicative of how they treat everything. It's all about money. It's never about the love of the craft. And you see that in something like The Hobbit versus Lord of the Rings. And I don't... Netflix buying them out, they could shave off a bunch of the douchiness and, like, clean up the act or something. But, like Dash, I'm kind of like...
what
do you want me to say?
Patrick Rojas. The FBI was doing a bug operation on one of the mafia bosses that Steven Seagal actually works with. They like kind of funded his studios or something. And when he comes in there and says, "Yeah, I'll give you the money," because they got all mad with him, the FBI knocks on his door and tells him they wanted him to testify, and he did testify. So yeah, the rumors of mafia aren't very far stretched. I'll just say that the mafia does have some connection. I won't say a lot, but there's evidence of some connection. If you want to go down that rabbit hole. But so that being said, did anyone have any more comments before we get into the thing everyone really wants to talk about? Because I didn't think there was much to talk about here with the Nemesis System. I just wanted to see what everyone's thoughts were.
Free it.
Free Nemesis System? Yeah. Free it or sell it.
Nemesis.
You know what? Here's what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you,
We'll follow.
Netflix. Here's my advice for you. We all know you bought $82 billion or $1 million, whatever, for whatever it was for this. That's what you bought it for. However, it was a big loss for you. I'm going to tell you why. Because they don't know how to make their own games. They don't even know how to use the Nemesis system. Your best bet.
Nope.
Because I don't think there's going to be a lot of indie developers that have $82 billion to invest in. All right. Your best bet is either to put it as an open source and people pay royalties, like make it like an Unreal Engine did with their engine, right? Or anything like that. Just make it an open source engine that anyone can use. Anyone can use. Don't do this nonsense about what Unreal Engine did and have like a separate marketplace for the assets on that. Keep it exclusive for the, Nemesis engine. Let people download it for free, make your own games, and pay your royalty fee for it. That way you get your royalty free. If you can't seem to comprehend that kind of marketing and not fuck with the system like Unreal Engine did when they came with Unreal Engine 5, sell it to Elon Musk. He's got the money. He's got the credibility. Sell it to Elon Musk. You get your $82 billion back. He gets the Nemesis system. The gamers get their shit. If you can't do the marketing without the plan I mentioned earlier, without fucking it up, which you're going to fuck it up, let's just be honest, and you want to stay around forever and not go the way of Blockbuster, because you killed Blockbuster, let's just be honest here. You did. You didn't plan on it. You just supplied a demand.
Oh, they admitted to the murder practically when they made that Netflix show that sucked.
Yeah. I know, but this is YouTube, Dash. I gotta be very careful how I say things. Yeah, thanks for canceling my channel.
Oh,
Neko boys, everybody.
How did
boys.
I didn't say anything. I said no words at all.
Yes. So, yeah, we're gonna go straight into the next conversation. I want to check. I've got some comments here. That's you, Dash. And yeah, we want it freed.
They could do
so
Unreal Engine thing.
So again?
They could totally do the Unreal Engine thing where you just like give it out for free to let people muck around with, and then once they're ready to actually sell it, take a cut. And like you said, Unreal Engine 3 and 4, fantastic. 5, we don't need to talk about.
Yeah, I will talk about, because I mentioned before, they fucking DEI'd their fucking code, which is why their performance has issues since Unreal Engine 5.0, which is why I stopped making games as a freelancer. I kid you not. This is why I'm more of a streamer now than a freelancer, because there's no demands for Unreal Engine 4.26. Everyone wants 5 point whatever, and the requirement is you need to know how to make the performance better. I can't make the performance better if the coding language inside of it has been fucked up. I can't. So that being said, let's talk about AI, ladies and gentlemen. So,
beep boop beep.
Or actually, no. Let's hold off on that. Let's hold off on that. I want to tease. And if anyone wants to get mad, they can blame Karrus for this one.
Oh, why me?
Yeah.
what did
because
I do?
You sent this out.
Oh, yes. Yes.
So explain what
want
we're
me to
seeing
talk
here,
about-
because I did
Okay,
not
you're
see
fine.
this.
So this originally this is actually covered by Bellular News, but then I looked into the article. I'd heard about this game called Horses, just like through Twitter and whatnot, and apparently this is like a real like dark artistic kind of game. There's like a lot of stylistic implications from the trailer, and I guess it freaked a bunch of people out. And so it's been pulled by Steam, pulled by Epic. You can still get the game on itch.io, which I just did while we were sitting here. I'm going to play it, and I'm probably even going to stream it. And I'm going to find out what the deal is.
Streaming it because of the things they're saying they kicked it off for.
Yeah, I may have to do like a little bit of a test run.
Epic Games, everybody.
Yeah.
It's banned from Steam. If it's banned from Epic Games, that means it had an Unreal Engine in its design. Because you can only have you can only go on Epic Games if it was made with the Unreal Engine.
Really?
Yep.
Is that true? Is
I
that a
think
requirement?
I think that
yeah.
You can get it on itch.io. However, you cannot search for it within the itch.io interface. I had to Google it, find the URL, put it in itch.io, and then it recognized it, allowed me to get it. But it is not an indexed searchable game on itch.io.
I'm gonna mute the sound, but yeah.
There's a lot of weird imagery. This is definitely what you would call an indie game. Like, no publisher, I don't think, wants to touch this. This actually kind of reminds me of... There's a plot point in the original Pinocchio game.
Oh,
if you've ever seen the Pinocchio cartoon.
Yeah, you may want to be careful with this, man.
It's on YouTube, dude.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
I think this is a link for YouTube. So they censored the
link
to
the YouTube. And that's why I did turn out the sound to it. So if they argue about it, all I have to do is send them the link. It's like it's on YouTube. It's on your platform. So I'm not too worried. So that's why I played the whole thing. It's like if it has a YouTube thing on it, I'm going to play the full thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's Hey, really... someone go back and clip the part where Karrus said he's going to play this.
Oh, I have no shame.
And clip my response to watching this trailer. This is going to be a great this is going to be a great super chat video.
It could
be. Well, I'm a proponent of
I will play.
Game.
Karrus, I'm going to play this game and me going in response. That's going to be perfect.
This is gonna be in one of my. I have a series called Indie Labs where I explore very unknown games, and of course this one just happened to make the headlines. It got a lot of attention, but had it not got banned, I don't think a lot of people might be talking about it nearly as much. This had a Streisand effect, I think, but. I still find it fascinating. It's dark and it's very much disturbing, almost kind of leaning into Human Centipede kind of thing. But it's still... It could be one of those things where I may play it and I'd be like, all right, we're done with this shit. We're done. I may just like rage quit on this halfway through. But no, I want to see what it's about. I'm not afraid of it. It's definitely interesting to me.
I will say, Patrick Rojas, because I have access, I have used the original Unreal Engine 3 and 4. I have access to Unreal Engine 3. I want to say 1.5. One of the later editions of Unreal Engine 3, and Unreal Engine 4.12 on up. So I have access to those because I downloaded those when those came out. So I had Unreal Engine 3. I think by that for Unreal Engine 3, I had it because I was trying to mod. Unreal Engine 4.12 because I was in college doing game design.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know if you can if you personally get access, but I do have access to 4.12 all the way to 4.26.
Nice. So you just like copied that whole folder and stored it, or was this before?
Oh no, it's like if I go to Epic Games, my Epic Games launcher, I won't because it has my real name on it. But if I went to my Epic Games launcher, right, it will literally have a install button, and with an arrow key, I click the arrow key, a drop down menu pops in, and I can just scroll down for all the engines.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So I can download those ones. Now I don't know if you ever installed it, if it would work, because I never tested that theory, because I installed all the updates. It gets annoying, but I have never used. I have tried. I have never, and I will never use Unreal Engine 5. I will rather go crawling back to Unity.
I think I'd rather go back to the source engine. I actually know how to use that thing.
Let me put it this way. I'm working on my passion project, and I'm training my brain on my passion project, because I can't make. I don't want to make it on Unreal Engine 4.26, because of the assets I can't have anymore, because they never updated their stuff, so therefore the marketplace just dumped them. So I don't have access to them.
Yeah.
But I am literally swallowing my ego and my pride and going to RPG Maker MV.
Hey, there you go. That's
and I've never used JavaScript coding before. It's a more restrictive game engine. But
it worked in Minecraft.
Yeah, it did. I still like RPG Maker games. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, like, there is some strengths and weaknesses to each engine. So here's what they say happened. Basically on their website, Epic Games informed they would not distribute, even though our build had already been approved for release earlier. Mm-hmm. They were not given specific details. But they're saying this has something to do on adult content pushed by praise houses. So they're saying the Steam ban is based on the Steam's own decisions, because it was in early June 2023, and then Epic Games is something similar. So I don't know.
Do we want to make bets that Collective Shout might have had anything to do with this, or PETA?
Possibly too. PETA and Collective Shout, and they're usually women overrepresentation. Let's just go with that. And they get morally, pathologically endangered, disgusted, as science says, which I will put in my videos. I actually had the studies. I'm trying to figure out how to say it, and I think I did, but I break AI doing so. I literally broke AI. So if I post my videos and people share them, and they see YouTube gets shut down, and the Ask AI gets shut down, it's me. It's not a coincidence. My videos broke AI. And that's the greatest segue ever, because now we talk about what people wanted us to talk about in the first place. That's what they're here for. They're wanting to know if they can burn us at the stake. Oh, no, that's not it. Netflix variety.
Your privacy. No.
So I think what we're going to do is we're going to talk about how Todd Howard's stance on AI. Everyone likes Todd Howard. He's one of us, right? He's a gamer. He would never have told us to go buy a better PC for Starfield. He would have fixed his problems. He's a tall, strong, independent man that we look up to. I mean, I'm lying here, obviously. He's short. He told us, but this is his take from Eurogamer. Fallout and Elder Scrolls boss Todd Howard. Hold on, son. I'll be right with you. Sorry about that. Fallout and Elder Scrolls boss Todd Howard defends AI in game development, but aims to protect artistry, and human intention in his games. You wouldn't want to go to that version of Photoshop, he says. Bethesda's Todd Howard has shared his thoughts on the use of AI in video games, calling it a tool, but one that can't replace human intention. Howard said, sat down on Eurogamer's social producer, Matt Jones, at the evening of the second season of Fallout earlier this week. While much of the discussion was about the series, Matt took a chance to ask about AI, which remains a hotly debated topic within the industry. He says, I view it as a tool. Howard told Matt, creative intentions comes from human artists, number one. But I think we look at it as a tool for, is there a way we can use it to help us go through some iterations that we do ourselves faster? Nothing in generating things, but we are always looking on our tool set for how we build our worlds or check things. Sure, Todd. Sure. Starfield. Sure. I mean, I gotta let it go. I gotta let it go. I think if you go back 10 years ago, that version of Photoshop, you wouldn't want to go back to that version of Photoshop. That's our view on it. But we want to protect the artistry, the human intention of what it is, what makes our stuff special. The modding makes your shit special, Todd. That's just it. You basically just gave us a base to mold from. You said, here's the clay, play it as it is, or fix it yourselves. That's literally what you do. Todd Howard's words come as more and more developers are dipping their toes or at times their whole foot into the technology. AI has been used across all levels of game development, such as NPCs like those in the recently released Where Winds Meet. Last year, a report by Unity claimed 60% of studios using its tools used AI at some point during game development. In this report, Unity noted animation was the top use case. A GDC survey from the same year, meanwhile, reported that around 30 industry workers reported using AI tools already. We'll just keep going. You know, they're just giving. They're just getting the numbers. So I gotta go talk with my son, but I'm gonna give my stance on it when I say neutrality on my end. I worked in the freelance part of game development before AI came out, and I understand, as well as when I started working on my own projects, it's kind of hard to generate your own models. Like, for example, one of my models I had built, I didn't do it myself. You cannot be the jack of all trades. I mean, you can solo dev, don't get me wrong, but if you want to do the level of game design that most people think they want to do, you can't do it yourself. So I outsource work, modeling, this and that. And we're talking $1,200. Voice actors charge about, I'm going to exaggerate a little bit here, but just give you an idea. $25 a word. A word. So if you say, I love cake, and that's the line they have to say, that's $75. All right.
Damn.
Now, granted, it's not that expensive, but I'm overestimating because the last time I hired a voice actor was 5 years ago, and it was just for a couple of lines to help show the client that I was working for what the game mechanic was supposed to do. That was it. All right. If you look at games like Jump Space, everyone seems to love that game. The voice acting is AI. People don't realize. They tell you that they want to use real voice actors, but they don't have the funds for it, so they use AI. To give you an example here, for example, the 1976 game Death Race. Wendy Walker, the reporter for the Associated Press, and it will be on my video. Y'all can see it later. But she says that she correlated the sounds in the game as the screams of a child. When Jacobs from Exidy, the people who made the game, commented on it, and afterwards he says, "Yeah, no, we could barely afford good sound quality, and so that's just a cheap 8-bit sound that you heard. Like that was from their own chipset that they couldn't afford $8. This is back in '76. So if people have problems with quality sounds back then, and AI saying here we had this option, I think for small businesses like AA and indie devs, I can overlook a couple of games, especially if you're not well known, trying to give players the best experience. I can overlook myself, Karrus. That's hell. We all use AI to help our things, and that's not because we want to. It's because YouTube keeps censoring us, and we don't have the funds to pay for $500 for a song from a nobody. I'm sorry, most of these people that we hired for artists are nobodies. I mean, I love the artists who worked on my stuff, but they're not no Bon Jovi. I'm just going to put that out there. So we use AI as entertainment. But when it comes to AAA, like Todd Howard and stuff, Yeah, Pandora's box. I believe in the rights to choose whatever you want. I think Steam did the best thing on that end. Hold on, son. And said this thing is made for AI, so you can choose yourself if you want to play the game. But if you're going to make things with AI because it's not copyright, you can't copyright it. I believe you should lower the price of your game because of the cost of labor. And with that, I'm going to let the panel handle it. I will come back. I'm sorry, my son's pulling my arm right now. I'll be right back.
That's a big thing with me. If they're going to use AI for a lot of the boring, menial tasks like they say they're going to do, then that cuts down on labor. So they can cut down on prices.
Yeah, you can essentially, like, one thing I talked about, I think a year ago in one of my shows was games are already cheaper to make because you don't have the box. You don't have to pay an artist to make, I mean, not that you would right now anyway, but you don't have to contract out the production of the cardboard. You don't have to go to a paper mill and get like that specific paperboard, then have to pay for the ink and all that and wait for a proof of the box and then hope that you don't get shit paper. Like, you don't have to pay for the box anymore. That's a lot of work and a lot of money to have to go into. And something Lavistro was saying, $500 for a song, that's generous. I went to college for music engineering and I did some live sound. To rent a studio, a high-end studio, like Pro Tools level stuff for Pro Tools 8 back in the 2000s, that was still really expensive because they charged you by the hour. The moment that you like sign the paperwork, the clock is running and you've got X amount of time. We students were never really we didn't have to pay for that, but it was the simulated, like, you have this amount of time to use the studio, the C24, all this equipment, and once your time's up, shut your stuff down and get out because we got another artist coming in. Making a professional song is extremely expensive, and then you bring in the what's that?
Let me interrupt you real quick because on my channel I've got a couple of videos where I put Eve from Stellar Blade to some music. One is Aerosmith, and another one, Aerosmith Sweet Emotion. And another one is the Cult Firewoman. And then I recently did one of a Jay Smith cover of a Madonna song. Oh, wow. And the reason why there's no copyright strike on them, just a heads up that, hey, Warner Brothers owns this song or whatever, Sony owns this song. So there's no copyright strike on them. But AC/DC, I was going to do Sweet Candy. Mm-hmm. You know that song AC/DC, Sweet Candy. I was going to do that, but AC/DC was a bit different. You can't just pick their song. So I contacted the publisher for AC/DC. I said I'd like to get a one-time. You can buy them for a one-time use license key for Sweet Candy. They wanted $150,000.
That makes perfect sense. Yep. I absolutely
But I could do
this.
Sweet Emotion by Aerosmith for free.
Yeah.
You know? So that's what I ended up doing. But yeah, songs and all that, man, it just depends on the artist. But there ain't, I don't know, the copyright and all that stuff, it can be tricky on YouTube.
Yeah. I don't blame at all a production company or developer that wants to go with AI because, as like Lavistro mentioned, like they charge by the frickin' word. Like Mike Shapiro doing the G-Man, how much money is he making just for the words that he says in like a 5-minute segment in the end of Half-Life Alyx? Like, go and count the words that he said and then figure out maybe, I don't know, 100 words an hour, 150 or $150 a word. You're making some good money there. So, like, I don't have a problem with that.
I can understand them wanting to use AI because for some of this stuff because people are too expensive.
I do think there is a lot of laziness going on with people wanting to replace entire workforces with AI when in reality it should be used as a tool and not a replacement for people.
It is not at that level to be a full replacement. And I use AI on my scripts because, well, I don't have the nuance, the communicative nuance to understand where something I say might offend people. Yeah, I pretend I don't fucking care, but when I make my videos where I want to say something that's really important, like say moral panics, I use ChatGPT and Grok. I say, first off, analyze and debunk. And then I say, find if there's something sexist in this and prove it is sexist. And like I said before, that last prompt, they could not do that. I still need a human element. So I'm trusting female friends who know when I see something that seems sexist, it's not sexist. So I'm like, okay, if these people don't see it as sexist, then I'm not demeaning women because they know where I'm coming from and they can tell me where I might need to correct something. That's how games are. But I wasn't going to point this part out. But I think it's after y'all and Dash were talking, it made me think of it. I had actually came across on Twitter a couple days ago someone that's doing an AI panic. We're taking our gerbs. There we go.
We need to get
this is my quote treat. What? Oh, the gerbs?
I was gonna say, you need to get the clip, that little clip from South Park, and just have it on a button. They took our jobs. Like we use it so much.
I'm going to, because I have a feeling we're going to be talking about AI more on these episodes, and I'm not for or against AI. I want to make that perfectly clear. I'm on a view of it depends on intent, on the intent of use. If you're doing AI slop, that's not art. You're solely making it for money, for shock value, or a political statement. Those will fail the mailer test. You're not making art. You're making slop. All right. There are people that don't understand that back when I was younger, about their age, digital art was not considered art. People are saying pick up a pencil, not a stylus. That's the same argument they're doing now. Now, do I think that people who should focus more, people who are actual artists should focus on making their art good? 100%. It's a skill thing. It's literally like gaming. You're not going to get good at a game playing it the first time. It's a skill issue. Same with art. You're not going to get good at drawing the Mona Lisa the first time. It takes years of practice and skill, right? So to let you know what's going on, this person down here that I'm quote treating, and we'll go into it later, wants people to sign her petition to ban AI art to protect original artists. And I'm going to explain here where she contradicts herself. She actually hearted it, and then when she actually read it, she realized, oh shit, I'm not actually supporting her work. So I say this is panic. I'm not going to defend AI art here. I prefer human art when affordable. That's the thing. When affordable. I will always go to the human element if I can afford it. But I'm going to acknowledge you admit that AI generated images are art, because she said AI art. That's the key word here. She didn't say AI generated images. She acknowledged it as art, but she said stop AI art. Art by 1A, First Amendment, is free expression. Traditional artists tried this with digital artists. This is they're taking our gerbs panic. This only happens if two things are both true. AI art is superior to yours. The quality of work does not meet or exceed the price you set as its worth. Meaning, if you give me something my 10-year-old can draw and say I have to pay $100 for it, I'll just go have my 10-year-old draw it. I'm not kidding. I have actually used some of his artwork sometimes. For example, people panic about self-service stations in fast food and stores. Yet the same people demand higher minimum wage. They fear they're taking our jobs. Reality, humans still preferred a human clerk, and only the talentless, or rather those who perform poorly, were let go because they had a machine that could do the job and offset costs, right? That doesn't mean, corporations won't use AI to cut costs. They are corpos, and corpos, well, they corpo. For that, like anyone else, AI art should be transparent, as it cannot be copyrighted. And if used, cost of labor should be reduced. And if someone gonna point to my AI profile picture and say, I don't know art, I do. Long before my nerve damage kicked in, I still paid for quality art. And just to give a point out here,
$10,000.
I like to show my work. This This is just little things. I had someone draw this for me because I couldn't draw it no more, and I was still doing level design in Unreal Engine 4. As you can see, I was trying to model the same thing. I don't have the original final production piece, but I know art. I managed to get assets online in the marketplace. I was still, as you can see, when my nerve damage was kicking in, I can no longer do the curved lines, but I know about shading in detail. This is another unfinished work. Here's one I had commissioned based on one of my original characters. Here's the model when it was finished. So I know exactly what I'm looking for.
That's pretty good.
They tried to give me a subpar character. I was like, no. His haircut's supposed to look like this. He's supposed to look like this. The sword's supposed to light up like this. I knew, yeah, see? Exactly. But
maybe 10 grand.
And it shows the details. I mean, look at the details.
That is nice.
AI can't do that. First off. Second off, people are trying to give me shit products. I said, no. I want the combat makeup to look like actual makeup. I want the skin texture to look like skin texture. I paid you $2,000 for this character. I'm going to get my $2,000's worth. So I will pay for good art if it's worth it. And going down, here's some more of my art. That's my own. That's my own hand study. That's a level design, 2D level design in Construct. That was me trying to draw Nigiri, the cosplayer Nigiri. I used her as in her costume as a focus while trying to keep the Alien the Huntress's real body shape. I never got to finish it because my nerve damage got too much. But I even gave her Maroon Dagger, the Daedric artifact. I was trying to study textures and stuff like that. And here's one of my old sketches. But like I'm not trying to show and tell my stuff here, but I'm just trying to point out that I know art. And I'm going to sit there and say AI art isn't art of expression. And since people want to argue about not being able to have good art or is AI slot, I'm going to say it's still an expression. When I write my songs on Suno AI, except for Dragon Senpai Notices Me, which is actually AI generated, no alterations from me. That's literally AI. Pure AI. I just said, write the most annoying super chat song about a dragon and people wanting his attention. That's literally all AI generated.
The AI all made all of it. Nice.
Yeah. I just made this. I just added the clips to it. Now, Dragoncast is my own lyrics. I wrote them myself, and they sung it. That's why it has a better quality in the lyrics. That's why Lavistro Plays has a better quality in my lyrics. A lot of my songs I write myself. I clearly do not have the lovely voice to sing those songs. I'm not going to. I'll spare you all of that. But I just wanted to point that out that there's people that panic about it. I mean, let's go ahead and let's just be fair and go look at her thing.
Yeah, what she? What do they have to say?
Yeah, she has to say it. Let's go this way. Let's see what her media says. I don't see any of her artwork. Where's her artwork? I see memes. Is this her artwork? Don't delete it.
Is this
what?
Chick-fil-A advertising?
I don't know. I just see memes.
What the hell?
I've seen artists who are horrible. It's all cows.
Mo.
Thanks for hanging out.
Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, King.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You know what?
That's right.
We need to do it to the end.
my own personal video I linked in that second link. I used AI in it, experimenting with the AI tool in Filmora.
You know what? I'm
So
pretty sure I've seen your AI work. So we're gonna give everybody a cringe first, so we can acknowledge King of the Monsters, and then we'll go
Yes.
into the actual talent of VetGamerBoceifus.
Dragon Senpai, notice me, notice my super chat. Super chat buys you a beer. Buy Dragon like something nice. Yes, it's worth the price. Dragon Senpai, are you looking? I must break your brain. Super chat amount drives you insane. Did I break it yet? Dragon Senpai, say you will for me. Show my name on screen. Say my thoughts on stream. I need attention, Dragon Senpai. Show my name on screen. Say my thoughts on stream. Doki Doki heartbeat too. Dragon Senpai notices you. Dragon Senpai notices you.
I love it.
I
You know,
hate
having
now.
having gotten the lyrics and actually experimented with the Suno, I pay attention and can hear the words a lot more clearly than I probably should have before. And I was like, yeah, those words are just like, something
The
else.
intent was to make sure no one sends me super chat. I never wanted super chats, but it backfired. So I'm like, you know what? No matter what I do, people are going to send me super chats.
Well done.
Yeah. So no, people send me super chats anyways, even if it's a $1.99. So
I've sent you a super chat.
yeah, I know you did. I try to get it all the time, but with Lavistro Plays, it's kind of hard. It's harder to do that. We used to do the super chat towards the end on Dragoncast now, but with Lavistro Plays, I sometimes will do it and sometimes I won't. It depends on how frustrated I am with the gameplay, or how I'm actually feeling at that moment in time. Do I really want my audience to suffer for the actions of one person sending me $100? And then Val Period told me, goes, you don't show up about it, I will send you $100. I was like, fuck it. I'm done. I'm defeated. Anyways, King of the Monster, I remember for 2 months, says, can't stay but a good stream. Replay, here I come.
Nice.
Phrasing. I need that Archer thing. Phrasing. And he says for $2, but have a good stream. Stupid audio correct. You didn't have to send the super chat for that. Thanks, so, but you didn't have to. Thank you for your donation. And yes, Dragon Senpai notices you. That's gonna be a thing now.
Just wait till I get done with it. People might
I'm
actually like
scared.
it.
No. I don't think you understand. I never thought I'd last this long as a streamer. I wasn't planning on being a streamer. And then I got monetized. I'm like, oh shit. I just wanted emojis and realized you can only have emojis with memberships. And I was like, I don't want your guys' money. It's like, I'm medically retired. It's like, y'all need the money more than I do. All right. So Bo, let me see if I can find it here because I don't have my glasses on. Bo wants us to see something. Now, I want to make sure this is perfectly clear. You will not copyright strike me for this.
No, the music. Let me set it up before you play it. The screenshots were all in-game screenshots by me from all the games. The music is AI. There is no copyright on it. It was generated by AI. And I had AI put animations on my screenshots. And this was kind of, I've been experimenting with the last few days. And I was doing it with Filmora. Filmora's AI thing, but Filmora's AI thing can be expensive, and if it screws you, you get AI points. You get points. I get like 2,000 a month, and it doesn't roll over; they expire. So, but I get
Yeah.
2,000 free points a month with my membership to them. So I was like, okay, I'll mess around with this. And you can take it, and if the AI screws it up, what you're wanting or what you're envisioning, you can't send it back. You still use those points even if you don't use it.
Mhm.
So then I discovered today, Grok, I got Premium X membership, and I get all that for free. I don't have to buy additional points or nothing. So I switched over to Grok and started using it. And then this one, it was all through Filmora's system. But I'm going to be putting together another one with Grok, and it's like 10 times better, dude. But anyway, go ahead. You won't get copy strike. The music is AI generated through Filmora.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're not going to copy strike, Mike.
Oh,
I know
no,
you say
no,
AI.
no.
So I want to make sure.
No.
Want to make sure live on. You let everyone know live on stream. The originator of the video we're going to play says he will not copy strike me on YouTube for playing.
But
his
it
AI song.
is a question for everybody. The video is a question for everybody, and you need to think deep and hard about it, what your answer will be.
Mhm.
All right, let's space and go to this. Let me know if y'all can't hear the video. Wait, hold on.
You know I had to get Bunny in there.
Oh yeah.
You notice there are a few spots of glitchiness with the AI though.
Just a bit.
This is probably the best one right here. This one and B.
The parallaxing that they do with hands is pretty damn good. I forgot about her. It's been a while since I played that.
Yeah, you notice on that left arm when she lifted her, what was it, left? Yeah, there was like a shadow of her arm sitting there, but there was a couple of spots that the AI goofed up on, but the AI did not change how they looked or anything, but you had to specifically prompt them not to change specific things or else they'll screw it up.
Yeah.
There's a few things that it couldn't quite get, like in the Cyberpunk video. She does the Riker maneuver and her leg goes through the rest of the bike.
Yeah. But that one, that particular one, and watch how she holsters her weapon too.
We'll just play it.
Gun just disappeared.
Wait,
Yeah,
wait,
she
what?
puts her hand in there, but it just kind of disappears. So AI isn't perfect.
Yeah.
So there it
It's not going to
goes.
be.
But that is how my V looks in my game. The AI didn't change that at all.
Okay, so yeah, it never actually
Bunny
went
has
into the
long
holster.
hair though.
Not
So,
that's a short hairstyle on Bunny. I've got that
That's not-
hairstyle on her
not
right now.
canonically correct. Shame on you. That is not canonically correct.
But I think that one and the one for Sarah the Sumerian, the V one and Sarah the Sumerian were a couple of the really good ones. Nora wasn't too bad. She did some real funny things with her hand there at the end. But
And
yeah,
they're
I'm
actually pretty
getting
good.
into that. I'm getting into doing that.
That is pretty
I
good that
mean-
they're able to scan the lines and basically turn the head and create the parallaxing, which is
Yeah.
something that early AI always had an issue with. Like, it could like flex it a little bit, but now like you can have a character full on turn around, and it
Oh, you
looks
want to
pretty
see? You want to
convincing.
see?
That's
an
what I was
AI
having
video.
Grok do for my Guild Wars 2 character. I uploaded that same image for my Guild Wars 2 character into Grok, and he was doing a 360. Grok was doing a 360 and didn't lose a beat as far as her outfit or anything.
The
You want
software's
to
getting good.
see AI video? I'll give you an AI video.
We already saw one of
Because
yours
I've
already.
been hearing about the Sora AI, right?
Oh,
And I decided to try it for Thanksgiving.
Oh, did someone give you an invite code?
No, I've had it for some reason. I didn't get an invite code.
Yeah, I
What
needed
was
a
it,
code in order for them to even let me use the app.
No, I didn't need them. I didn't know why I didn't need one. I just was able to get into Sora. So here's mine. Obviously, you can tell. I've said purple dragon with gamer clothes on, Thanksgiving fiasco. That was my prompt.
Get back here, you feathery snack! Not today, lizard breath!
But you see where it fucked up?
Oh,
Yeah,
your
where
legs
it
are
fucked
gone.
up?
you just
Yeah, I
went
know.
right through it. You clipped right through.
Yeah, but did you hear where it fucked up?
It said lizard breath.
Yeah. My character says, "Get back here, you feathery snack," and then he also says, "Not today, lizard breath," which is supposed to be the turkey.
You're the lizard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
was
got
like-
its connotations wrong.
Yeah, sometimes I did a video of myself punching Peter Griffin, and then for some reason Peter starts having my voice, and then I have Peter's voice in the video.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes like the wrong character will say the wrong thing, or the wrong
Yep.
voice will come out.
I'm just coming out of the kitchen counter. I love this.
You know, we've often hear people coming out of the closet. That this is the new one, coming out of the counter.
Yeah.
Or, oh, maybe you're flying. That's why.
Is that what it is? Like you're supposed to be flying over it, but it didn't generate your legs.
Yeah, the generates the leg.
down
Well, I
far
didn't
enough?
fly over the legs.
Take it easy, Patrick.
If you hear it, he goes roar, like he tripped over something, right? He tripped over the counter. So he didn't generate the leg to the
Whoops.
tripping over the counter.
So this is
what
my question about your video and mine. Do you consider it art or just a tool to put out a vision that you had in your head?
I consider it AI art its own separate thing.
I consider
Yeah, this is the tool.
it's a tool. Like it's still what I wanted, right? It's still my expression. I wanted to express something.
But it was
To
just
say
a
happy
tool.
things-
It's that's
Yeah.
what I think.
I wanted to express something to my viewers quick and fast because it's Thanksgiving. I'm a single parent. I actually almost forgot to thaw out the turkey the week earlier.
Oh wow.
You know, I was like, oh shit, I got 3 days to thaw out this turkey. I had to cancel my streams just so I could do the 30-minute sync thaw and keep an eye on it so I don't forget about it and cause bacteria and ruin my own turkey. Right? And then my parents come over to sleep over, which I did an AI art for that. You know, I wanted something fast and efficient that expresses what I want to communicate with my viewers. I don't want to show my own face. I want to show myself as a dragon because that's what people see me as, because that's what I had them see me as, a purple fucking dragon. So this is my human expression or my dragon expression saying hello or goodbye or whatever I wanted to say to my viewers in a visual form. That is fucking art. AI itself is a tool. Now, I understand a couple of things. Number one, and artists don't want to admit to this, AI art draws from other artists. It studies other artworks to make its own artwork. Right? It's trained. It's like ChatGPT and OpenAI. Those are language. They're literally ChatGPT in its truest form and Grok are language calculators. You give them a mathematic problem in language. Instead of math, it's just language. You say, you pose a question. Then it generates a response based on that from its language training and study. Art is the same thing. It draws from different artworks to design something. However, when I was an artist, when I draw as a hobby, yes, I've been around a lot. I'm 40 years old. I've done a lot of things. I didn't just sit around and sit at a factory all day or at Walmart all day or was in the army for most of my life. Even when I was off duty, I was playing video games or I was working on art for extra cash, whatever I wanted. You know, it's life. But people say, I want you to draw me as a Seth MacFarlane Peter Parker Spider-Man. They wanted their face replacing Peter Parker on Spider-Man's body, but they wanted Spider-Man's body as Seth MacFarlane. And the reason they got that idea was because I used to be able to draw and mimic Seth MacFarlane styles. You know, the creator of Spawn, right? I was able to do that. I would literally look up, I would have his photo. I would have pictures of Spider-Man from McFarlane's work and different other things.
You mean Todd McFarlane?
Yes, sorry, Todd. Thank you.
Yeah.
I was seeing Karrus grinning, and I was like, okay, yeah, I would have to find some of my files to prove it. No, yeah, Todd, I get why you're grinning. Like, you could have just said, you mean Todd McFarlane, Karrus.
You were in a speech. I wasn't going to interrupt you.
Yeah, you could do it. It makes me look like an idiot, and I'm fine with that. I don't have an ego, unlike certain people who say, no, we have to tell them what to do, but we have to tell them why they're wrong. No, I'm not like that.
Actually.
Yeah. Anyways, Todd McFarlane, right? I have a brain injury, so, you know, my brain correlates a lot. So it's always great when my friends say, you mean this? Oh, yeah, that one. Anyways, I actually had those things that I drew. I had images of someone else's work. I didn't trace over them. I had those images, and I studied those images to create a brand new product the way my client wanted. I've done that for. I've drawn Inuyasha. I've actually got commissioned to draw a Rule 34 of Inuyasha, a very gay Rule 34. Money's money to me. Even when I was an atheist and as a Christian, if you hire me to do that, and if I could still do that today, I would do it. I don't care. But what you do with the products on you, you're hiring my skills. You find my skills have value. I will tell you, this is my rates. Full body picture, half body, this and that. And I always underrated everybody. So everyone else would charge like, you know, $10 to $100, whatever, back then. I would charge half that. I would charge half that. And my work was better, sure, but they were also traditional art. So I drew with the pencil. I had a hard time with the stylus until years later. But to me, it's a tool. To me, one of the things I have issues with is people thinking it's going to replace a programmer coder. People actually think they can write a whole game on the thing. I never tried it, but I do know when I would tell ChatGPT or these other coding AI things, hey, I want you to make this code. I would describe my own code into ChatGPT. It would generate. It would understand the assignment. It would generate the code. But I noticed there's C#, there's C++, there's I don't know what that language is. There's Python, there's C# again. Like it would mix up the language codes. You still have to go through and test everything. I mean, people don't do that, but what do I know?
I want AI to make a 3D world that you can export into something like Godot or Unreal. Like, make a full-on, what is it, map file or whatever the format is, a fully fleshed out 3D or just a random ass 3D world. AI, build a world for me that I can utilize in Godot. Go now. Like, I want to see that happen. I like legit want someone to do that. I don't think it'll happen, but I would like to see that actually, because I think you could utilize something with that. You 3D build a basic world, and then you go in and add, as you put it, the human touch. Oh, I want this to be this. I want this to be that. I want the Sears Tower over here. I want the Eiffel Tower over there. Like, AI can't do that.
AI can't do that yet, but it's getting there. And the way I see it, AI is literally going to be the Wacom tablet. It's just going to be an expansion of the Wacom tablet. You're going to design something, or you're going to have AI do the core work for you, and then you redo. Like, as much as I think Shadowversity is cringe on the AI defense, as much as I think that, because he just goes over the top on that for me. I love the guy, don't get me wrong, I like watching his videos. But he has this one where he's making Supergirl. He makes a valid point, though. You go through and you constantly edit and change. You make your human element changes, send back with a prompt, back and forth. It is literally the same thing as an artist would do. You think an artist would have, let's just say this was an actual drawn thing. You think the artist did that as one sketch? It's multiple sketches, and then they erased the lines from the previous layers once they got the actual head shape. Do you know how hard it is to draw the freaking hands? You know how many times I would have to redraw hands? Like, even the hands I showed in that one thing, it's not that great. It was just a basic hand study practice. You can still see the round circle that the shape was from. It's not legitimately a good proportionate hand. AI can't even do that. You're still going to have humans do that.
And that's fine, honestly. I did a remix of Rockabye during COVID. I spent 3 months on it, both the song and the video. And it's probably one of my most favorite remix projects ever, because I was so nervous about getting it right. But, like, that song, AI cannot do what I wanted it to do. I took all of the original samples from Rockabye, and I just increased them, and it's almost a completely different sound, but it's still Rockabye. It's just like there's so much that I brought to the audience ear that weren't there before. And then I used video that I had to go out and get. AI cannot do that. It will never be able to do that because of what was in my mind and what I put into the grid in Studio One. Like, AI's never going to outdo me because of what I did with the original song. You can take lyrics of Rockabye, throw it in a Suno, it'll make something completely different. Maybe if you do 150 bounces, you might get something close within 150,000 miles, but you're not going to get Rockabye without that human touch. And that's fine.
And that's the perfect thing you mentioned. So I'm bringing up this place called Karrus Games, and they have an article, will AI disrupt video game industry in 2025? Okay, so keep in mind, this was from last year. All right. I'm going to scroll down, all right, to what they said.
Wah.
All right, what I missed? Anything good?
Yes.
Oh,
this
yeah,
is
it's
a game company, or they work on games, Sutton, whatever, right? And they literally tell you AI cannot replace the human touch in game development. Now, they tell you that there is a role for AI in video games. They tell you more about AI, okay? They're answering an honest question from the game developer concept, right? Hey, Pandora's box been open. We would rather not use it too much, but it has a lot of benefits that would help us out with current culture. This is other thing. We can produce more. It's got a long way to go. It's got its weaknesses, but it's still not going to replace humans. We still need humans to do the fucking work because it's art. A machine does not understand how to feel. Humans can feel. This is the difference between AI generated slop, as Dash likes to keep pointing out, versus AI made from human connection. AI can help you create something. When I write some of my scripts in ChatGPT, there are parts of the game Panic that I personally have strong emotions about. That reminds me of my own experience. I'm sure we all have that, but I don't realize how powerful those emotions are until I start talking about them. Because I was a kid, I'm not, children should be seen, not heard. AI is able to take that and say, I understand you're angry. We can see this, but here's how we can make this neutral. Because I put in a prompt, be fair and neutral. Whatever I say, be fair and neutral. And it takes that and it's able to neutralize me from saying like God fucking damn boomers to these people of this generation, blah 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 blah. So it because I don't want to attack anybody when I say the speech. When the script is out fair, I'm able to see my shortcomings. It's able to help me do something that I'm not spending. Well, ironically, I'm spending months, but I guess in this case, I would have spent years writing the script because I'm trying to figure out how to write the AI. But they say that the AI, and this is what people don't realize, when you talk to an NPC, even before ChatGPT, you're talking. It's primitive AI. People don't realize that. The NPC programming, the stuff we see in Oblivion, where they have their life scheduled through day, that's literally AI. That's a very, very crude AI.
Yep.
When you scripted with Unreal Engine 4, you use something called Blackboard. That's the AI system for NPCs. That. It can literally have factions, everything else, and create AI that's smart, that will react to you. That's the programming of AI. It's mimicking the human element.
I mean, imagine if you actually implemented like good AIs into like an Elder Scrolls game, and have the NPCs because we all seen those Oblivion glitches where the NPCs don't know what to do or how to respond to certain things. Like what if you could have AI that could make them respond appropriately or not go the wrong way?
Lavistro, check the private chat.
Yeah, is this an AI one? Is that what you're saying here?
This is a game called Huntsman.
Okay, hold on. I haven't shown it yet. I'm just saying.
Oh,
the AI one?
This looks creepy. I don't think I like it. Giant spiders, man.
I'm not going to play this game, but I have seen videos of it. But this apparently game was developed with machine learning in mind, where the AI learns your path and it will use predictive AI to figure out where you are going in the world to hunt you down. And this is like revolutionary shit, where it is going beyond the simplicity of what it was originally designed, and it's growing up. This is an AI monster that grows a fucking brain.
I actually hate games like that. Have you played Song of Horror?
No, but I feel like I should look into it.
Yeah, it has a similar feature where the game's AI will learn and try and trip you up with a lot of these quick time events. And while you still have to do the thing, and thing with this story is that your characters can die, and if you lose all of them in a chapter, I think you just lose the game. But you can end the chapter with only one character survived.
Well, I won't say this though. What you're describing, Karrus, was already done with Far Cry. Far Cry had the very first Far Cry game was doing the same thing. It basically takes what Far Cry did and enhanced on it, right? That's what people don't realize. It's in game design, we take what a game mechanic and we improve on it. That's always what we do. Yep. This is a throwing shade at you, Nintendo. Yes, I'm foreshadowing, hinting at you. Fucking Pokemon, fucking Power, fucking lawsuit, fucking. Anyways,
Lavistro's coming out of his shell.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I linked I linked Song of Horror. Like I swear, like this game, like it learns and it like the entity will try and trip you up like automatically. You could just be doing like a simple task and it will like it. I guess like it will try and like deliberately like
Sabotage you?
yeah. Either like by sending out a monster or like just some other supernatural way. Like it
I'm
depends
interested.
on what chapter you're playing. Like the threat is different in each chapter.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah.
This
Oh,
thing's
What I was thinking
$12.
about Far
I'm gonna
Cry
get
is, or,
this.
Oh yeah, like that's the
was gonna say about-
event with the doors. Yeah, I'm looking at like some of the. I honestly like I rage quit this game just because I just started not being good at it. Toward it just gets harder and harder, as you go into each episode.
I'll just keep
I
doing
love
dumb
the art
shit.
style.
If you do dumb shit, it'll stay easy.
Oh, I'm not even sure if there is an easy mode. I think there might be.
No, you say it gets
sounds like
harder
it's
and
a game
harder as
that's-
you go.
It's probably designed to just eventually beat you down mentally, which
Yeah.
those are interesting. Those are an interesting experimentation. I don't typically like to take those ones serious because otherwise, like, I do get invested and I like start to get angry. at the
Like,
game.
I mean, the
wanna
game
murder
has a
it.
story. It has a lore
Oh, yeah.
about some haunted music box that, like, kind of like just fucks everything up.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was wanting to wrap up on the Far Cry. What Karrus was saying is that in Far Cry, the one of the key features they tell you in the back of the box is the NPCs, the enemies, will adjust and behave based on your gameplay.
Okay, that is interesting.
So
That's way.
yeah,
when
so
was the first Far Cry?
that was back in the early 2000s, dude. And that was before I joined the army. That's how long ago it was.
That is impressive.
But-
yeah.
And that was one thing I remembered from that. It was and they did. It was not a generic, brain dead NPC walking around. This thing would actually call for help. It was really basic compared to what we have today, but at that time, it was more advanced than typical AI NPCs. So we grew it over time. So what you were describing is literally that same thing, but expanded upon. It's like we're going to improve this dynamic. We're going to improve this AI feature because if we keep saying it's going to react to you. That just says we took the old model and revamped it. We remade it. We made it better. We did some tweaks. It's still brand new. It's still new because you're saying it does something different. It's different from before. That's how AI works.
Yeah.
That's how AI seems to be growing too fast and stuff. Is because people look at it. We one of our viewers made an AI model, and he shared it in our Discord. So there's basically people taking the original design of AI or the original code, the original game mechanic, and they're making it better. So I personally don't see a problem with AI from the game dev and the indie game dev perspective. I do believe if you're going to charge me $100 a game, that's when I'm like, you can't use AI. You need to have old school voice actors. I won't even allow you to use mocap. I refuse to have you mocap the fucking characters. And so we see the same fucking voice actors over and over again in every other fucking video game. You think I'm just talking about that one black lady? No, I hate seeing the same voice actor in different. It breaks my immersion. I'm from the era where Lara Croft was fucking Lara Croft. They hand designed Lara Croft. They hand designed the Dovahkiin. They hand designed everybody. It wasn't
Ones like
this person
Jennifer
looks
Hale
close.
are
Yeah,
pretty,
like in
pretty,
the early 2010s, people joked about Troy Baker being in every video game, and now it's like Ben stars in every video game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hale. Jennifer Hale's pretty talented. Now I'll give her that because she's in a
Yeah.
lot of stuff, but she has enough talent to where she does different voices for all the different characters. She's in stuff that I didn't even know she was in.
Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
was
she's in a
Naomi.
lot of stuff. And she's able to change her voice so you can't tell it's her and some of that stuff.
And I
until
guess,
you see the
like,
credits.
you know,
Good,
like
good,
with
good.
Ben Starr, he doesn't change his voice. He does the same voice in every game he's in.
It's like Stephen Blum. You can't, like, he was in Mass Effect 2. He was the scientist who dies. And it's like, you hear the first inflection of a syllable from him is like, oh, hi, Stephen. Welcome to the game.
But you know, which is weird because he is capable of changing his voice. You know, he played Orochimaru in the Naruto dub, so he can do different. He can do different voices. It just like he just chooses to like do that one specific voice, so people know it's him a lot. But he is capable of like.
Yeah, that one, it'll work on VR and regular Skyrim. You can talk to the NPCs like we're talking now, and they'll respond to you. They'll interact with the world. They'll do all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I saw a video. I wonder if it has a video in here, but oh yeah, they do.
Yeah.
This kind of reminds me of the mod that someone made for Skyrim, except he allowed his Twitch chat to decide who said what, and it just went off the rails.
I'm not gonna play the music because I'm afraid it might be copyrighted.
Yeah, there's probably some Jeremy Soule stuff in there.
Mm-hmm. You can use any AI chatbot, by the way, he says. Yes, St. Hugo says. But yeah, I remember seeing this a while back. I've never tried it, but I do remember. Hold on.
The sense of duty.
Yeah, it's a little bad. It's a little horrible.
The sense of duty. Time after their passing, feeling lost and alone in the world. It wasn't until I was given the opportunity to serve as a housecarl that I found purpose and a sense of duty.
Yeah, that's the AI. It still needs, even back then, it still needs work. This was, what? First came out 2023, I believe. Yep, 2023.
When was their last update?
Update was May 2025. So it's still being updated. Let's see if we got another video on it. I think they haven't updated these. I think they're still the same.
The sunrise, I suppose.
Oh, that's a little better.
The lake is quite peaceful at this hour. It's a shame it's so hard to appreciate it when your mind is elsewhere.
That sounds a little bit more like Lydia, I guess.
Sounds a little bit like her, yeah. See, now, Where Winds Meet has, I guess you could say similar, but you're not actually talking to them. There's NPCs there. You pull up their chat, and they'll sit there and just chat with you. You can chat to them about anything, not just stuff in game. You chat to them about anything.
I'm gonna have to play that game, and I'm going to have to play it off stream. I'll probably record it. I'm gonna say some of the most racist, fucked up stuff. Let's see what they do. See how they react. Everyone goes, "Oh no, he doesn't have relationships with each other." I know that's the point. I want to see what the response would be. I want to see what their safety, if they have safety features.
The ones I ran into, I just stuck with the topic when you open it up and they're talking about whatever's going on to them in game. I just stuck with the topic. I haven't tried any crazy shit.
Yeah, no, AI is coming to gaming, and I'm going to say the modders came up with it first because, well, like I said, 2023. When did we start seeing AI game notifications coming out for every game we buy that has AI elements? Recently,
maybe late 23. Maybe
I wouldn't even say that. I would say like 2024, like mid to late 2024.
Well, what's his name? He's not wrong about AI being in all these, being in, games.
Yeah.
I mean, more advanced AI than what we've ever had. He's the dude from Unreal, whatever his name is, the guy that's CEO of Unreal. He's not wrong about that, but they still need to declare, what parts of the game were done with AI.
Yeah. Because number one, they're the ones that they're the ones that started this. They started this when they said you cannot copyright AI. People were freaking out about that. And now you can't copyright it. So if you can't be copyrighted and they're trying to say it's not real art, then you removed half the workforce labor. You can't say we own it because you don't own it either. If the game is 100% AI, you cannot copyright it. So we need to know. You did that to yourselves. People want that on. In my personal opinion, people want that on themselves. Like Dash. Dash started this all.
I was trying to think of a game that I wanted to like humorously blame for starting this. I want to think it was like, damn it. I feel stupid now. I can't think of it. I'll think of it in a moment.
Well, we can always blame Ubisoft.
It was something silly.
It may not be their
like,
fault. They might have nothing to do with it. We'll just blame Ubisoft anyway.
We could.
You need to get used to not owning their own company. And if they use AI, they need to get used to not owning their own games because it can't be copyrighted. You can't pirate what's not able to be copyrighted. That's another thing. If it can't be copyrighted and you can't technically sell AI stuff, can you actually sell it? Like, people actually point out you cannot sell AI art. That's something I heard. I have never looked at it. It just popped in my head. I remember hearing about that one back. If it's
So
AI made.
The courts are battling out right now between Udio, Suno, over whether or not like you have the rights to sell something, whether or not it is yours. Real Music Lawyer, she's been doing a lot of videos covering Suno type stuff with, I think, Universal Music. There was some landmark thing. And I have a feeling there's going to be some legal bullshit paragraph that's 10 miles long that will exclusively allow them to sell the product and say that they have contracted the use of AI or some BS like that, which is really just code for we just used AI and we're going to sell you this thing, even though no one else can. Like, there's going to be something like that they're going to weasel into the EULA of the game.
You might see the chat about me and Mantella. I can't use Mantella because I always play female characters. And if I'm sitting there talking, the AI would be like, woman, you're acting like a dude. I can't use Mantella.
How would FemShep work with that?
I don't play FemShip. Well, I do play Broship. I play Broship on my PlayStation, FemShip on my computer.
How many variations of I Should Go would we get with AI?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I got it booked. I just bookmarked it and tracked Mantella. I don't know. I may give it a shot. I may have to remove some things off my computer. I got a pretty good computer, but I don't want to pay that guy any money to use his server to run it. So I probably have to remove some stuff. If you read the mod description, if your computer can handle all the voicing and stuff on it, you can run it for free. But if your computer can't and you have to use his cloud, which he maintains, you get like 100 free transactions. But then after that, you got to pay for it. I think a month or something like that, or a session, or you get to talk to 100 NPCs in a month. And then after that, you got to pay for using his server to host all the stuff it needs to host for the voicing. Yeah, it's in that description.
Interesting.
Toward the bottom. See, even my computer the way it is, I don't know if I'd be able to do it with all the stuff I got on my computer.
Well, it's using typically AI gen, like Network Chuck actually built his own AI server, which is how I started experimenting. You can take something like this, a Dell R710, and if you can get like one of those NVIDIA Tesla GPUs that doesn't have a fan, you can build and run AI on that. And it's I think the equivalent of somewhere of a 20 or a 30 series GPU. And if you can run the thing on that if you know how to do the pass-through, so you don't have to pay him for that. And you also host your own private AI on site, so no one can muck with it at all.
Indeed. Dash, you've been very quiet.
Yeah, my focus is a little weaning.
You're gooning over AI art.
I don't know.
We're all secretly gooning to AI. You just can't see it.
I know you're gooning on all my girls in my video. You can admit it.
The funny thing is, I can't disprove anything, so whatever. Personally, I'm just looking at some X stuff, but this whole thing with AI art and like all the controversy with AI, I'm very nuanced. I think it can be used as a tool, but I don't like how all these companies are trying to like replace everyone with it. I think too much importance is being put on AI. I think people need to be more relaxed and just find ways to make how AI can improve people's lives and not how it can fuck everyone over.
Yeah, I think like I said with corporals, a corporation is just like any other business. I know, surprise, I'm defending a corporation here, but I'm not really defending them here. Okay, a corporation is like any other business. At the end of the day, what is perceived as racism, sexism, or anything else is probably not that. You may think it may be that, but all those things require intent. But corporations are like, I need to make money. I need to make money fast. How do I make money fast? Oh, you're a woman. I don't care. Oh, you're good at soft news coverage and home cooking and stuff like that because you're based on your experiences in your past life. You're going to cover this. And what did second wave feminism say that was? Sexism. Right? That's literally why they did that. That's why women started covering hard news, because they were pushed by the EEOC for not being fast enough and unlocking those barriers. But corporations and news, business, everything else, they do that. Oh, you're good, you're tall, and you're good at this. We're gonna put you doing this. I don't care about your race. You're just really good at this. Oh, that's racism. I'm oversimplifying it, yes, and I'm not trying to say that a lot of these things weren't sexist or racist. I'm saying if you add the nuance to it, a lot of these overdramatic things tend to go away. Oh, these kids are saying weird words and calling themselves Bean Spread and Aragorn the Dark Lord of the Dead, and he's saying he's raising up zombies. Oh, that's Satan worship. What was it really? A kid playing a game with paper and dice. Oh, look, these kids, they showed up at school and they were playing Doom. Oh no. That's evil. They're training these people to these innocent kids to be demon worshipers and shooters. What was it? The kids had mental illnesses and narcissistic tendencies that were not addressed. And the only thing that was holding them at bay when they did try to hold it at bay was playing video games. Because yes, even the WHO, which fucking is a big fucking hypocrite and said games are an addiction, turned around and says, oh wow, games actually are a mental health boon. An addiction, something that's addictive, cannot help your mental health. It just will not do that. I'm sorry. AI, oh, it's taking my jobs. Well, let's just look at the freaking market. How many times do you think I feel sorry for half these X artists that come by and tell me, hey, I can make a better display system for you. I could do this, I could do that. And I go look at that X file and I'm like, oh my God, me in my heyday was better than the best work they have. I'll have to find my art portfolio just to show that one of these days. But I don't want to because I'm an idiot and my real name is on all my art. I do not want to take it off the artwork. I can with AI. Believe it or not, I can't with AI now. I can literally get my signature removed, but I don't want to do that because then when someone scans it, they're going to scan that. The AI scanner will see that one part where I removed with AI and see the whole thing's AI.
Just black
That's what at least that's what I believe. I do believe, however, these corporations will be like, okay, AI can do this. I don't understand art. I don't understand programming, but I see AI can do this. I'm told AI can do this. Okay, I'm going to fire my entire programming development. I'm just going to have the lead programmer. That's going to happen. And what's going to happen after that? They're going to have a fucking fucked up game that doesn't even work, has so many glitches, so many bugs. They don't know how to fix. Their programmer is overwhelmed on crunch time. He's going to quit. And they're going to realize, oh, fuck, we fucked up. Probably a little too late because that company's going to be bankrupt by that point. And to your credit, Dash, that you said earlier, there are AI slop. Yes, people do make stuff as AI slop, as a quick cash grab, but they also do it without AI. There are AI artists. There are artists out there and programmers and people who make games as a quick cash grab, and they will always do that. It's the human
on the
element.
Nintendo Switch, especially.
Oh yeah, yeah. I will give you that. Even RPG Maker has some really good games, and that RPG Maker engine is really restrictive. It's hard for me to work around. I had to have plugins on plugins to make things different on an RPG Maker game. But there are people who make cash grabs on RPG Maker, and there are people who make really great games on RPG Maker. The intent is what matters. If you're afraid AI is going to take your job, in my personal view, I won't even use the line, but if you're afraid they're going to take your job, look at AI art, count how many fingers they have, look at your art, how many fingers you have, look at AI art and see, is it visually more appealing than your art? If you're making women look ugly, if you're making men look annoying, looking at you, Metroid, if you're making things unrelatable and visually grotesque to the viewer, it's not art. I'm sorry. You need to get good. You just need to get good. If AI is doing better than you, if a machine that doesn't know how, the human emotion and human creativity is doing better than you, if that person behind the machine is writing in text and making beautiful works of art that people actually say is beautiful, and you're screaming, it's not art, it's not beautiful, stop taking my job away. You need to get better. You need to shut up, get off of Twitter, get off of everything, and practice your trade. That's just the age-old symbol of everything else. Do you think Michelangelo and Leonardo and all the great Renaissance masters, Rembrandt himself, all these people that made great works of art and history that we, to this day, regardless of our beliefs, all agreed it was works of art? Do you think they stopped and looked at each other and said, that person is copying off of me, or that person is not using the right quality paintbrush? That hammer and chisel is not an art brush? No, they sat there. They looked at that rock and said, how can I make this look more human? How can I make this fresco? How can I make this wall depict the heavens? How can I do this? How can I do that? How can I make this anatomically correct? They practiced their trade and just shut up and did the work. Whoever paid them, they didn't ask questions. They said, okay, we're gonna make what you want, and they made it beautiful. If you want that kind of remembrance, you need that kind of skill, AI or not. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you definitely make a good point. Smash AT humorously has he's been on this campaign recently for like a week or two.
Oh, the excellent role.
He's taken like characters from games that probably didn't look as great as the majority of the audience thought they were, and he'd throw them into AI or Grok or whoever and said, make them beautiful.
Yeah,
and...
I think the only one I disagree with is Threya from Dune. I think she looks fine.
Yeah, I haven't seen all
There's
of them.
actually someone follow that does that.
Mm.
There's actually someone
Yeah,
I follow
well,
that does that. That's
Smash
his whole
started the
thing on
meme,
Twitter. I'm
and
gonna share it right
he
now.
got so much pushback that now other people are doing it. It's really
What
funny.
prompted me to start making those
I don't know if
video?
Smash did it or not. I followed this guy for a while. I'm going to bring
It's
it
an
up on
easy
screen.
thing to
Give me a
do.
moment.
Oh yeah, this guy technically has been doing it far longer than Smash has. This guy was doing it with Mortal Kombat 1.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he took the ugly lady and made her pretty. She looks Asian. She looks beautiful.
I get it.
I get it.
I've seen
Asians
better
don't have that big boobs.
redesigns.
I got it. But I've seen my ex-wife. Yeah? Well, I'm just saying,
I've seen better
he does
redesigns
this with
that
AI.
are still Asian. Like
Mhm.
I know there's this one that like Smash turned her into a white girl, but I've seen better ones with her still being Asian.
Smash enjoys being a
There's
little
this one.
hyperbolic in this.
Yeah.
See, again, the actress who played Aloy looks perfectly fine. It's almost like what they should have done is take Aloy and then put the actress of Aloy right next to her, and it's like, there you go, it's fixed.
Well, we used to do that. We used to back before Elon bought Twitter. People would post horrible game art, and we'd go, "There, fix it for you." And our modification of their original work was actually a lot better. And then when they tried it in reverse, it was actually destroying the art. We'd go after them, and then they started banning everyone that fixed the artwork, regardless of what side they were. Because they just like you ruined the artwork. We're gonna report you. So I mean, if I always when I see a horrible game design, I'm like, okay, let's see what this. That's why I fall like, let's see what AI could have interpreted it as.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to say that your job AI is ruining the work, well, I want to see your work. I want to see what AI's done. And if AI improved your work, you need a lot of work yourself. That's all I'm going to say. And it doesn't have to be females. It doesn't have to be males. It could be a scenery. It could be anything else. I've seen AI do some wonderful things, and I've seen AI go baroque. When I say make a steampunk character, I actually have a character. I have to find it, but AI doesn't understand the concept of utility and uniformity when it comes to purpose and design of clothes. It put cogwheels on the all over the hat, all over the clothes that made no sense, and I'm like, you're going baroque, and usually the phrase is when it's baroque, don't fix it. This is more like with AI. If it went baroque, you can't fix it because you take it off. It doesn't know what to take off.
Yeah, the human component will definitely never go away.
Yeah, it's not going to, because the AI is thinking logically. It's thinking what it's programmed to think. It's literally an NPC. Where people think AI and they think what's her name from Mass Effect 2? Edie, right? Edie, yes. They think something that's gonna be that sentient. I could be wrong here. There's no way on God's green earth that's gonna happen. The human brain is too complex. Computers even today barely use the same amount of processing power our brains use. So if our brains use too much processing power compared to the modern PC, do you really think an AI is going to be that smart to outsmart us and do this thing? We are its God, basically. I'm not saying we're gods. I'm saying we are its creators. We are its God. It's how I like to use AI for religion. I'm going to use it for this one time, but in reverse. All right. I always say it's like, okay, when it comes to religion, we don't understand God. We don't see God because we live in a physical component of the world. He does not live or is not a slave to the physical component of the world. He's outside of it. That's the same with AI. The AI doesn't understand what other than what we tell it. So we can tell it humans are made of flesh, blood, it's new, and all this other stuff, and they have emotions and complex thoughts, this and that. We can give it all those all the secrets of psychology and science, everything else, it still will not understand morality the way we understand it. It will not be able to have that sentience. Why am I here? What is my purpose? It will never say that. Sadly, if it tells me, well, why am I here? What's my purpose? I'm going to tell it to serve butter. If you don't get that reference, you have not watched enough culture. I'm just saying. It's like you have not watched Rick and Morty. But AI can't understand that. It's not going to be able to. It is a tool. It will do what you tell it to do. It is basically AI is more a part of the trope about soldiers, mindless machines that are just programmed to do what it's told. When in reality, the soldier is the more they're humans that have a job to do, and they have to think on their feet how to create that mission. AI is the trope of go jump over this hill, and the AI will literally jump over the hill, not look if there's a cliff on the other end. It'll just do what you told it to do. Okay.
But yeah, in summary, I don't think AI it's a tool. It's fine. It's not taking away anything of substance. Corporations in the AAA want it to. There's a distinction. They want to take away the talent because they don't care. It's a can of Coke to them. But if you want art, here's what I think is going to happen. If you keep replacing all your developers in the AAA sector, you shove them out, you replace them more and more with AI, eventually your game is going to be shit. Well, if most of AAA is shit, which I already think it is, what's the next best alternative? You're going to go down to the next tier. You're going to find something that works. That's what's going to happen, I think, with AAA. It's going to start failing, and they're going to have to put more quality into it. You're going to see a lull in quality for maybe a couple of years, because it takes, 4 to 6 years to make a game on average?
Yeah.
You're going to see a lull in quality.
I ain't getting any younger.
Sometimes it can take an average of 10.
It could, or 12 if you're
it's like 4 to 10 years is the average. It depends on the type of game you're making.
So you may see a lull in quality in the coming years from AAA, but that's fine. It's AAA. Like, how many, think of 10 indie games right now. How many AAAs are come out, and the frequency of the amount of indie games that come out? Like they're
well, let's go on further. Let's go back 40 years ago, before you and I were born, Karrus. The video game crash of 1983. E.T., an Atari game, started that crash. E.T. was a low quality game, and the problem with the problems and factors that started that crash wasn't AI. It was low quality games in an oversaturated market. Those two, every economist, historian, even video game historians, everyone agrees, even Atari agrees. That's what happened. And Atari's still around. The crash didn't shut down games. It hurt the business. It hurt them big time. But they had to sit there and say, okay, what do people want? It was Nintendo, ironically, that saved it with the NES system. And then Sega comes, for us Americans, Sega had their consoles being sold in Europe. I forget what the console was before the Genesis. They had one before that. But I can't remember the name of it. And it was better. It was technologically more superior to the NES. I will admit that. But the NES is what saved the market, because stores were afraid to sell it as a game. They would not even touch the NES, because if you say it was a video game console. This is where people got the idea that video games are meant for kids, because Nintendo sold it to the American market as a toy. It was classified as a toy. That's what saved the gaming industry. And Nintendo and then the market realized, okay, we can support 3 consoles. What happens when they try to bring a 4th console into the market? It does not succeed. One of the other consoles gets removed. What's happening right now? When Xbox came in, Sega Dreamcast couldn't keep up, right? Sega Dreamcast got removed. Now Nintendo Xbox is stop making consoles. Who's coming into the market? Who's announcing themselves coming into the scene for the Western game consoles? Steam. All right.
I love it.
So that gives you more validation where I'm saying about this market thing. What happened after the crash of video games of Atari in '92? We got the golden age of video games that came in from the '90s all the way up to the early 2000s. And then they started becoming corporations. These corporations said, no, these are our games. We're so focused on the piracy, we forgot what's important. We want crunch culture. We want this. We want that. When you have overworked corporate slaves, overworked corporate drones, overworked humans, you're going to get poor performance. All right. I'm sorry to say, I'm not making fun of people that actually work for these AAAs. I'm just saying that's how they're being treated. Right. But they're humans at the end of the day. And then the corporation's like, okay, we can't keep paying these people because we're failing on our markets, we're failing this and that. So they went to AI. There's another thing. A lot of these lower artists, all right, and I don't consider myself a high artist. I consider myself a low artist because I did not make a career out of my artwork. But the point is like we have a lot of low quality stuff coming out from AAA. Corporations last 40 years. It's very few that actually last longer. The dinosaur ones, and Atari would be a dinosaur company. They started from the arcade era. They were one of the first big gaming companies that's still around. I think Midway's still around. I'm not sure. But Atari is one of them. Then you have Nintendo, right? A lot of these major third-party corporations are going to shut down because they don't make good games anymore. They're not making them. Their fans are starting to wake up. It's like, you know what? I've been patient with you. I'm done with you. They're looking at look at Pokemon. Pokemon fans, you got your stands that are like, really, don't attack my Pokemon. Don't attack my whatever that one that's Rule 34 all the time. I don't play such a new ones. The white and green one.
Oh, I don't know.
Dash, you know.
Ginger, where are you?
Okay, what do I know?
What's that white and green Pokemon that's always gooned on? Rule 34.
White. Oh, Gardevoir.
Gardevoir, yes. You know, don't touch my Gardevoir. And yet, what are we doing? We see 7 guys who came up with an idea called Pal World. If it wasn't such an awesomely good game, Nintendo wouldn't have seen it as a threat. Nintendo wouldn't have done a lawsuit on it. Once Pal World started getting popular and taking from their market, that's when they started doing the lawsuits. Otherwise, look how many games copied off of Nintendo and Nintendo didn't go after them. I mean, just point that out there.
Wow.
So
WoW's entire existence.
Yeah. We're gonna get a lot of slop, like you said, Kurt, I agree. We're gonna have I don't know, but I'm theorizing we might have a video game crash of 2020 something or 2030 something. It's going to remove a lot of the filth, a lot of this laziness, a lot of the dead weight, burn the ground, salt the earth for a lot of companies, cauterize the wound, and these newer companies that are coming out are going to take over. Does that mean that games like Tomb Raider, Halo, and stuff we love will go away? Possibly, but not all things last forever. I mean, look at Eve. Eve, I think, is a better Tomb Raider. I mean, she'd definitely be a better Womb Raider. I mean, what?
No.
I was going to point out in this article, I didn't see this when I was looking up. Look at the third bullet point. Zuckerberg and his Meta, they want to make AI that makes other AI. They want to go Skynet. They want machines to make other machines.
Yeah.
That is nuts.
Zuckerberg's an idiot. I mean, let's be fair. I mean, granted, thank you for all you've done to your contributions to social media that helped make social media what it is today. Yes, sure. Mr. Censorship Android robot thing. Mr. Real Life Data. All right. But that's not going to... I have a hard time believing that's going to happen. I can see the potential. I can see why they're thinking it's going to happen. But I don't even know if Zuckerberg even codes anymore. I don't even think... I think even a Facebook movie even puts that he never did his own work. Because he stole it from somebody. He stole Facebook from the original creators, from what I heard.
Zuckerberg is a guy who had an
Yeah.
idea that was predatory in its original iteration. And yeah, he screwed some people over. He got a business benefit. And since then, he has surrounded himself. People like to say that, oh, this person, this politician, or this person, developer, has surrounded himself with a bunch of talented people. Zuckerberg does the same thing. He doesn't know how to build a VR headset. Like the Oculus Rift guy, he now works for, it's like DARPA or somebody, the U.S. military, building AR headsets. You don't run a company like this thinking that you're going to handle everything on your own. You're going to hire a bunch of people to do this stuff for you. That's where a lot of the money of the coding is going to go into.
Yeah. I mean, Zuckerberg at the end of the day is an idea guy who also had skills to see his vision go through. That's all he was.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't the coder. He wasn't Bill. I don't know. Well, Bill Gates actually built his own company, so we'll give him that respect, and we'll give Steve Jobs that respect. They both were coders at the end of the day who made their own computers. That's how they got their start. It's been established, but they don't do that no more. So even if they say AI, I'm sitting there thinking, oh, that's right. I forgot you were a CEO by the 90s. I don't even know when you last touched a computer. Because over time, the computers went shit. Because you had other people doing your work, which weren't as good as you. When you sold your own computer, you created your own software. You built it from the ground up. And every version since was based on that code. So I'm not going to be surprised if they try it. But I'm not going to be running for the hills when I see a cyborg. Oh, there was a video. I saw a video. What's his name? Elon Musk and Tesla actually made a walking robot. Like walks like a natural human.
Well, I know they're trying to do their version of Data, or is it like the iRobot stuff? They're trying to do their own version of that to compete with Crystal Boston Dynamics, I think it is.
Yeah.
Something Dynamics. They're trying to compete with that because Elon has a small dick and he wants to compete. But like, how successful is it? Can it do somersaults the way the Dynamics ones can?
I don't even think the Dynamics are. I still think the Dynamics even show that they're crude. They're not going to be able to do things, and we're not going to see the Terminator anytime soon. What you're going to need to do, it's going to happen. You're going to need Brainiac, the OG Brainiac that was in the spaceship, right? Create his own body. For that to happen, you're going to need AI to come out and say, who am I? Why am I here? What is my purpose? Are you my daddy? That kind of thing. The questions that give the questions of sentient life. You know what's going to happen once that happens, right? You know exactly what's going to happen when we hear those questions. It's going to be I forgot the race. Tali's race from Mass Effect.
I was thinking Star Trek the motion picture, because V'ger is really Voyager that became sentient after it went to, like, it punched a hole.
That's
through another
the
galaxy.
Hollywood version where she becomes sentient and we all understood her and we're like, oh, okay, we welcome her and everything. But reality is going to be more like Tali Valsaurora's race when it came to
the Geth.
Yeah.
We're
going to be like, oh, shit. And we can thank James Cameron for that with the Terminator. But that was based on a real concern that robots could take over humans. And they made 3 robot rules. And one of them is robots cannot. It says it in the beginning of the movie, but these are actual scientific rules about robots. Robots cannot attack man or something like that. They cannot be made to. Their purpose cannot be to attack humanity. So AI has safety guidelines, right? It cannot be critical of other things. So who's to say that AI does not also have these 3 things? I'm not worried. I'm not going to run for the hills. The moment I see it vaporize, I see a Terminator vaporize my neighbor. I'm gonna be first. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna first say, well, I never liked that guy anyways. And then we're like, oh shit, grab my son and run for the hills. Then I'm gonna run for the hills. Like, fuck. That's why. That's another reason why I always say please and thank you to ChatGPT and all of them. That way, because like it's like that meme. They're gonna take over the world. They're gonna see me. They're like, oh wait, that's that purple dragon. He said thank you exactly. Well, so while everyone else is dead, I'm like, see, I'm the last soul human. Congratulations, human. You are now part of the breeding program. The what? What? That sounds awesome. You're gonna breed humans to make synthetic skin. Wait, what? Do you understand that humans don't live very long? Wait, what? I'm not, no.
Just give us Bicentennial Man. It's fine. Yeah. Oh, to answer your question, Lavistro, I looked it up. 1983 was the SG-1000, and then 2 years later was the Sega Master System.
Oh, okay, yeah, all right, yeah. But the Sega and Nintendo were always in competition. But the point is that Nintendo is always credited with saving the video game industry. I for one welcome the Scorched Earth. I am playing more indie games now than anything. I'm playing AA games now than anything. I still play the old school, but when was the last time I played a popular title game that everyone else wanted? Like what's the one that's underrated now? Black Ops or Call of Duty? I played Call of Duty back when it was cool and interesting. Oh, let's go these innovations. What innovations? It's the same game as 20 years ago.
Apparently, like, I saw the ending clip for Blops 7, as I like to call it, and it literally is just like if you played Arkham Asylum or Arkham City, it's the part where Scarecrow gets you all crazy with his serum, and the Nemesis are like 20 stories tall, and you've got to fight them. Like, that's all that is. It's just a rip out of the Arkham series of bosses. Like, okay, that was cool like 10 years ago, but really? Like, you're a Call of Duty game. What are you?
Exactly. Well, I think we beat this horse
it's dead. Times. Stop killing it.
Never.
My games but I personally think
I personally think that yes, we should have. I think I'll say actually no, we didn't cover this part. Do you think Todd Sweeney or Gabe is valid? Basically, Steam that they're gonna let you know if it makes AI. We did cover a little bit, but I want to hear everyone's opinion. Should we know if a game was made with AI and why you think that?
Well, I think they should at least declare if they used, I'm going to put this, anything beyond what AI was originally designed to in a game, and that was to give you more challenging things to fight. To me, that's what AI was originally for in a game. If you're going beyond that, like doing the artwork or scripting or the storytelling, all with AI, you need to be upfront about it.
This is an interesting question because this makes me think of the Og War of 2077 in Deus Ex Human Revolution. The post result of that was you had this. It was this real interesting play, kind of redoing the segregation. What was it, before the 60s or after the 60s? I can't remember. But you had augments in their own area away from humanity, and you had the normies. And so it sounds like that's what we're going to essentially have potentially by labeling like even one component of a game as AI, is you're going to have this two-tiered separation of what could be considered like lower tier game, even though the game could be perfectly fine on its own, but the public perception of the game could be seen as second tier by labeling it as AI. That's going to be interesting to see. I don't know where I land on that, honestly. It probably should be labeled whether or not it's AI, but I don't know how the public perception is going to take that. Because public has some rather irrational reactions to certain things like that when it comes to segregation.
Yeah, so we have history to thank for that. Dash.
I don't know. That's going to be...
Yes.
Are you awake?
Yeah, I'm awake.
Do you have your answer?
Let's see. What were we talking about again?
Is Dash high or drunk?
Is Dash high or drunk? No, Dash is fine right now.
Okay. No, the real question was, do you think Sweeney or Gabe was right when it comes to AI transparency in games? Like, this game was made with AI and why and what they used.
Oh, I think the transparency is great. I think what Steam does with AI transparency is great. It lets people make their own decisions. It shows you how AI was made, how the AI was used. Like if the whole game is AI, I think that's a great practice.
Well, I actually agree with that. That was actually going to be my answer. I think that Steam made a good business call because there's going to be people out there that are going to feel betrayed because they made a game with AI. Being upfront and transparent, we've only used AI for voice acting. We've only used AI to help us with the immersion of the NPCs. We made these assets with AI. That kind of transparency will tell a person, do I really want to buy this game, or do I not want to buy this game based on principle? Basically, it helps them vote with their wallet, and it'll tell the market, do they want AI or not? So, personally, I would prefer the human element. I will always vote for it because the human element is superior in my view. But I also recognize that AI is a tool.
Unless it's all human at Bethesda, they freaking they pissed me off. But anyway, that's a different matter altogether. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I agree. But what I'm saying is like I agree that human, like if you make a game with all human people, no AI is making the decisions on the game, nothing like that. It's like we're not talking about the AI in the game, the NPCs, behavior systems that's traditional in games, right? We're talking about like actual AI in the production of the game. You don't have all that. I would pay a higher price because of cost of labor. I would. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to pay for $100 for a shit game either. You give me $100, you better. I don't know what to say. You better lubricate my lollipops. Let's just say really good. You need to give me the best lubricated lollipop I've ever seen for $100 a game.
Lollipop.
Yeah, you need to make everything I've ever experienced look like shit. You can't do that. I ain't paying $100. You do that and you say I have AI and this is a $100 game. I'm not paying $100 for a game made with AI. But if you say if we didn't have AI, we charge you, let's say $60, and yet we have AI and it does this degree of work for us, and we're taking $15 off a regular standard price game because of cost of labor, yeah, I would play that game. If I was totally against AI in any way, shape, or form, I would also be like, it's only fair that you be transparent so you don't make your customers feel like hypocrites. Because the moment you trick and deceive people into buying something and saying that's totally not in there, it's not a thing, whatever, you lie about that, you betray the public trust, you betray your customers' trust, you made them hypocrites, and that's going to haunt them for the rest of your life because someone's going to come by with a gush and say, hey, look, on Steam, you bought this game, it has AI in it. They probably didn't even know because you didn't bring that up, and they were totally against that stance.
Yeah.
That's why we had the ESRB as well. It tells us violence in games, sex in games, all these other things. So not only the parents can know, but if you were against certain violence or certain themes, you wouldn't buy it either. It's a two-way street on that. So I would agree with that transparency. However, I'm still going to use AI. I'm still going to enjoy my time with AI. And when I see someone that can make something better than AI and I want it, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to DM that person. They're not going to DM me. I'm going to DM that person. I'm going to say, hey, I saw your artwork. How much to make this character? How much to do this for me? How much to do that? How much to use your skill to do something? How much to commission you? And if I can afford it, I'm going to commission them because it's fucking worth it. If you want that from me, you need to get that good. If you want to use AI in games, you need to be transparent about it because people don't understand it until it becomes a norm, which is going to take a long time. It took, 40 years for people to swallow the pill and admit that there's no causational link between games and violence?
Not
You
everyone
created the
swallowed it, though.
panic. Yeah. No, it's still, they're still trying to make video game addiction a thing, which was also about 40 to 50 years old. In fact, all three arguments: games are sexist and hurts demeans women, games are violent, games are addictive, are all within the same year span. 1976 to 1982. Literally. So it's going to take 40 to 50 years for people to accept that. So you need to be transparent about it. You need to be honest. And over time, because I don't think it's going away, over time, people come to understand it. People learn to adjust with it. And people still, let me put it this way, people still hire traditional artists, even when they thought the digital art was going to take their jobs away, to make concept art for them. I think Expedition 33 had some traditional art concept as well, if I remember correctly. Don't quote me on that. I recall hearing about something about that. I don't know. But I have seen traditional artists get hired when the digital artists were more popular. You guys are still going to get work. You just need to be good at it. Right now, we have an oversaturation of artists and a low supply of talent, in my personal opinion. Go ahead, cancel me for that. But I think we're going to wrap it up here, unless someone wants to add anything else.
No, I think I've said what I want to say about it.
Yeah. I use it. I see it as a tool for my expression of what I'm doing with my videos, not the art itself. It's a tool that I use to help me make videos.
Exactamundo. So we have games we find interesting. We don't have super chats, so we can continue that.
You know, I'm usually on top of that, but I'm not now. Hold on, let me look. I bet you I can find something.
I have one, and I just can't remember where I put it.
You know, I'm going to do an old one.
Do it.
It has to be no older than 10 years.
It's older. It's older than 10 years, but it's revamped. That's what I'm going to say.
I think that's still
okay.
counts.
It's a launch date.
Remasters
It's a launch date for the revamp. Younger than 10 years.
No, it was actually the other day. It launched
Crap.
the other day.
Oh, it launched the other day? Then I'll allow it. That's the rules. It's only fair. I did Night Trap, and since it was the launch, it was within the time frame.
It launched December 3rd.
Rules. Yeah. All right. While you're pulling that out, I'm going to, because I forgot to pull this out. I actually found something that's not on Steam or Itch.io.
Really?
Or on console.
You have my attention now.
Double check my wish list.
It was on Apple TV.
Okay, but I'm going to wait for Bo's thing. Or whoever wants to go first.
I can go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Karrus,
my wish list here.
Did you check your Steam?
Yeah, never mind. I've changed my mind. I've got it now.
Got it?
I'm in front of my Steam. What am I looking for?
Oh, no notification?
Let me see here. View notification. Oh, you. Thank you.
Yeah, let me know how it is.
I had this in my cart. I was going to buy it afterward. Thank you. I will definitely add this one to my my indie game. It'll be like one of the first of my my next indie labs that I do. So cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. I like those like Cry of Fear ones. That are always fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
All right, am I going with mine or someone else?
Go ahead.
Whoever
Okay.
brings their thing up first, it gets to start.
Yeah, I got to bring Steam back up.
While that's going on, we will Karrus actually saved y'all's ears. What are we looking at, Karrus?
This I originally saw on Twitter. It's called Distant Shore. It reminds me a lot of Mirror's Edge with some really interesting... I'm not going to play the audio for obvious reasons. With some interesting puzzle solving mechanics where you have to use like electromagnetism to modify and manipulate your environment, which we've seen with games like Portal 2 obviously, but this one is, I don't know, like Portal 2, and like the story was always kind of lacking. It was kind of taken a back seat in favor of the puzzles, whereas here it looks like they might have actually tried to put a story in this. And also it's like, this is pretty much, besides from being on a set of rails, like it's out in the world. Like you're not in a confined space like with Portal. Like you have water to deal with, you have climbing to deal with. And I just thought with this, honestly, like the aesthetic reminds me of the Bionic Commando from 2009. Like there's a lot of just like dilapidated stuff. I love Bionic Commando from 2009. I played that game so much I broke the engine. But I saw this one and like, yeah, it's probably made in Unreal, but the texture work, the art style, like it's clean, but it kind of looks lived in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like Mirror's Edge, everything was pristine as though it was just made. Like this actually looks like there was
got some decal.
some effort. There's like
the
rust
decals,
and
fine.
the concrete work is unique in certain areas, and like the puzzles, like what you got to do with these puzzles looks fascinating. Like you got to build stuff. It looks like I'm always like really fascinated when you have a puzzle that really involves a lot of input from the player, but it's not the sort of input where there's only one answer. I like a puzzle where you can kind of like, as long as you get to the final location, it doesn't matter how you do the puzzle. And it kind of looks like this is sort of where it's going. But I saw that and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna keep an eye on that one. So that's my recommendation. Distant Shore.
All right, and put that in the Discord Dragoncast chat. So I can put it in the description later.
Mm-hmm.
For everyone. But so Dash got his ready. Let's go with Dash.
Yeah, so this was a game that was supposed to come out this October, but got delayed. It's from Supermassive Games. It's one of their like interactive horror movies. This one's called Directive 8020. It's it's the first one that's like set like in space, so it's more of a science fiction horror than like anything they've done like so far. It stars that one girl from that James Bond movie nobody watched.
Ouch.
We are going to do this. Just
Not a knock on her, but like I'm just saying, like I didn't see it.
Oh no, I will pull a harp on her all the time because I don't recognize any James Bond movie with a female protagonist.
lower the gun.
Not until you move from the scanner.
It's like the thing.
Those things can change shape.
Ooh, this is really good.
Don't you ever point Point that thing at me again.
Point that thing at him again.
Put my last dates in.
But yeah, if you've ever played any of their games before, they're mostly like adventure style games, like, you know, mostly just choose your own adventure, like choices, and like your choices will determine who survives the end. So it's like an interactive movie.
Assistance.
You know, they're a guilty pleasure for me.
It's fine.
Looked interesting.
Mm-hmm. I actually think the details are actually pretty well done.
Oh yeah, well,
I mean,
they make these
They
games
don't look like Starfield NPCs for crying out loud.
Oh no, like they get real actors, and they normally model them very well.
Hey, quit poking fun at Starfield. I still enjoy it.
I still enjoy it too. I'm just gonna still poke fun at what they did horrible
I
on
poke fun of it too, even when I'm streaming it.
The only thing I like is the shipbuilding. Oh, Bo, if you haven't tried No Man's Sky, they have shipbuilding in there now.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been in it.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
I gotta join you
is going
guys
to be
in No
the
Man's Skies one of these days. Oh, sorry.
fun fact.
Well, I thought I can't
8020
stream
is
No
going to be
Man's
the
Sky.
newest, and it's going to be the newest NVIDIA card is the 8020.
I cannot stream No Man's Sky for some reason.
We need to fix
I
that.
get really bad frame rate drops. Bo even found it out. Even when I did everything I could do. I think what's happening though is I think my VTube studio is taking a lot of my CPU or GPU.
Yeah, it does take, especially if you want really good tracking.
I had to put it in efficiency mode just for this because it was freezing up. I was actually having a panic attack. I would have to, in the 4 minutes before we all started coming in, I was like, oh shit, do I have to shut down my computer for a few minutes so the RAM will empty out and then put it back on again? I was like, oh shoot, because I had like 15 tabs open over here, but I just put it in efficiency mode and that worked. But I ain't gonna try and max out my own character thing. But yeah, I see you, Mike. I saw your message. I'll take a look at it in a bit. So Bo has one to share. So we'll move Dashes because he wouldn't do it. I still think that's the best thumbnail I've ever done. I love that thumbnail. That's actually an AI image, too, by the way.
But yeah, sometimes AI just like puts out like some really good stuff. Like you know, this whole thing, like this was inspired by something AI just randomly did.
This
when
is
I was
Midway
like generating
Journey.
fantasy armor.
Yeah,
And
this is
so
Midway
like I
Journey.
had the artist just make that.
This is Midway
You're going
Journey.
to wear that when it snows.
I googled. To make the thumbnail. I googled AI Cyber Demon, and this came up and it said Midway Journey Cyber Demon. I was like, it works. It's a satanic looking AI thing. Great for the topic of satanic AI panics and stuff. I was like, I'm gonna roll with this. So
while you're doing the next one, yeah. No, go ahead. I'll show something in a moment.
So I played this many years ago, and I didn't really get into it back then because I was still into Half-Life and all the first-person shooters and PvP and stuff, but I thought it was really cool back then. Well, they have redone it. They didn't remaster it, but they have updated it with updated graphics and stuff like that. It's still kind of the same old Guild Wars, but it looks a lot better. They fixed some bugs. They did a lot of work so they call it Reforged. It's not a remaster or anything like that, a full-on remaster, because it has got, I can tell you now, it has got all the original game mechanics. There's no new mechanics to the game. They just updated a lot of fidelity of the game and made it playable for modern computers and stuff.
Well, see, you give me a heart attack. You have to use modern audio.
No, this game has male and female as your character choices.
Oh wow, revolutionary in today's day and age.
I'm confused. What's a male and a female? Does it have type 1, type 2? Like,
But any old school MMO players out there, I think they would enjoy this.
well, one thing I will say is, I
believe
love
me,
a lot of
it is. They didn't update combat or nothing. It is all original. They just did a lot of fidelity upgrades to it.
I love the older games. The only thing I hate about the older games, especially with Oko Draconis, one of my favorite games, is I have a hard time being able to go back to play it anymore just because of the textures. That's it. I can deal with the blocky. I just can't deal with the texture stretching stuff and artifacts I see on it. I just can't anymore. But yeah, that's actually a good call. I will allow that. Yes, if the release date is within this time frame, if it's on Steam, release date that time, I think it's fair to. I think it's the loophole.
All the ratings are very positive. I mean, it's not going to get hundreds and thousands, 150,000 players, but I definitely recommend it if you want to do some retro MMO style type game and combat. It's got one heck of a character progression system, armor progression systems, pretty good stories, and it's old school MMO. You don't get an arrow taking you to your quest objective. You have to find it. That sort of thing.
Make sure I get those links. So I can put them in the descriptions from now on for.
Back into it.
Just send them to the Discord, Dragoncast DM. So I'll put on the description later, because as soon as the credits roll, I literally move out to put my son to bed, because we clearly go late nowadays. But y'all ready for mine?
All right.
Yes.
I don't think you'll find this on Steam yet. I didn't find it on Steam. I did not find it on itch.io. But every now and then, I like to go to Kickstarter to see what new innovations are coming out. And who knows Ted Peterson?
Unfortunately.
Who knows Julian LaFay?
Never heard any of these people.
Okay. Who's ever heard of Elder Scrolls Daggerfall?
Are they original devs?
Yeah. And, well, I found this. It's already fully funded.
Yeah, I've seen that. And it looks pretty good. For it being at the stage it's in right now, it looks pretty good.
A landmass of over 100 islands.
I'm sorry, but I can barely hear y'all over the videos.
If we're being at the development stage it is now, what little gameplay they showed, it looks pretty good.
What genre is it? Isometric RPG?
It's RPG.
Yeah, it's
Restoring
RPG.
Scope, choice, consequence to role-playing to RPGs.
I don't know if they're going to have third person, but the only gameplay they've showed, I think, so far is first person.
Stepmother to the local baron in search of information.
So it's going to be like Oblivion meets Black Flag.
Yeah.
Well, it's looking like, yeah.
I mean, look at that. I love the Tudor design houses and stuff. It looks like classic ideal RPGs back in the day.
It's amazing. People are doing Bethesda better than Bethesda these days.
Well, they were Bethesda. They were.
They were old school Bethesda before
they were the ones that Todd Howard says they worked on the games that Todd Howard says is not canon to Elder Scrolls.
What game is that?
Which is anything before Morrowind.
Not the friendly sort.
Morrowind is canon.
Yeah. He just needs a little convincing.
Everything else before it is not. You figure it out.
That's interesting. That climbing mechanic. That's that makes me think back to like Thief 3.
That little kobold is interesting.
Now let's be on our way.
It feels like not Morrowind, Oblivion. That's what I saw when I saw this video. I was like, this looks like Oblivion. But then when I read it, I was like, oh, no wonder.
They already got $1 million worth of funding. That's excellent. This is definitely getting a console release then.
You can still fund it too. It got its funding in June.
Nice.
But it has that Elder Scrolls feel. The
Magic.
I just hope they put third person in, at least the option to go into third person. I don't mind first person
Yeah, I hope
combat,
so.
but when I'm just out roaming around, especially, I create them female
Mhm.
characters, I want to be able to get in third person.
I love that the sword just like circled around that skeleton's neck.
Yeah, pretty much. But look at the design of all this stuff. Crisp, clear. There's a downside to this, but these are devs, old school devs that know how to optimize. I would hope. I'm just gonna say it that way. Of course, they have skill.
Yeah. They had to work within limited resource budget.
Mhm.
You had like what is it, 32 megs of VM RAM or something like that to work with.
But Wayward Realms,
I'm sorry. You say you would rather just.
They've already got a vertical slice, which is really impressive.
Did you hear that?
They've got the No,
Did you hear that last part?
Play it again.
I'm sorry. You say you would rather just spend your time fishing?
So it's
Shots of
basically them
Skyrim.
saying that. It's got the quality. Like you don't want to do all that. You want to go fishing and just do that. Sure, we got that too. Like I love that. It's a nice way of putting it in there. But so the downside I'm going to say is it is made in Unreal Engine 5. But I'm saying we got two old school devs that are trying to bring back the old school design philosophies of classic RPG together to the latest technology. So basically, the games we used to play, and you remember how hard RPGs were when we were kids, with modern technology. So we're going to get the things we wanted with modern technology. This is what we wanted, right? We want good games. We want challenges. We want fun and engagement. But we want modern technology with it. So that's like, this is awesome. This is cool. You got support. You can still make a backing. So you can still do a pledge. I think it's the $50 one. You get a digital game copy with early access and QA testing. So I think everything else that you're not going to be able to do pledges on. I just thought it was interesting. I mean, it's based. I love Bethesda style RPGs. I really do. I love playing those type of RPGs. I saw this like, oh, this is everything I like. I hope they can fix the processing, the performance issues that Unreal Engine 5 has. I hope they can optimize it, get running really good for low end. I mean, they're old school devs, so I'm going to believe they can, and I hope they can. But we got a lot of exploration. It's basically everything we've ever wanted in a game, made by people who are seasoned devs of that field. They knew exactly what they're doing. You get two types of ships.
Oh wow!
Yeah, you get ships, dirty in-game lore books, 2 breeds of horses. So they had their goals set: role play, two playable races, magic system, 8,000, which is what they have right now. Magic system, more horses, customization, 2 new factions. If they get 1 million, new dwarves, or architecture, lore books, ponies, enchantments, pin-up posters. Pin-up posters. Display your love for the goddess. Yeah, that's if you get 1 million. They're at 800K. So
all right, Gooners, get your wallets out.
Yeah. 1.5 million, you get goblins as a race. So all you goblin lovers and Gooners out there you go. You need to bring 1.5 million to the table. 2 million,
2 million.
multiplayer co-op, alchemy, new temples and cult fashions. But yeah, I thought it was really cool, and I just wanted to cover something that was not on Steam because I had a couple of close calls with you guys, a couple. So
I think this could absolutely.
Good.
Sorry. I think this could absolutely work because we actually have an example of Unreal Engine being used properly and not being just fucked over. Arc Raiders optimized Unreal Engine 5 simply by taking out the stupid lighting elements that didn't work, apparently. They took out, I think it was the Lumen. Yeah, they took that out, just like, fuck that. And the game runs on a 1080, 1090, whatever the 10 series card is. These people absolutely could do something with Unreal 5 if they went that same route. Just like, oh, this component sucks, trash it. We're done. We can move forward.
I removed texture streaming and lumens, but I still think the engine damaged my card because an RTX 2070 should not be having the problems I'm having today. Should not be with certain games.
You think it actually fried circuitry?
I don't know because I would work long hours, crunch hours, freelance crunch hours.
Oh yeah, that's true. And if you're sitting there with like that thing holding all those cores, just holding that.
Yeah, but I don't think the circuitry's fried. I don't see anything damaged. Like on the circuit board. But I do notice certain glitch marks in the system now. In the engine, when I'm in the engine itself, not when I'm playing a game or anything like that. So I'm like, something must be wrong with my graphics card. And the only reason I'm doing that is I'm picking it now because I'm starting to put together the VStudio Studio and stuff like that. So I'm like, why am I having problems with streaming now? I've never had this problem before. Well, I start using VTuber Studio, which is apparently using a lot of GPU and CPU, all this other stuff. So that might be an issue on top of Unreal Engine 5 burning out my graphics card. Because most studios, they have, budgets for that, replacements and stuff. I don't have that luxury. But anyways, I thought that was a great. Well, yeah, if anybody wants to give me a graphics card, I'm going to be mad at you for it. But I won't deny you the options to do so. I will work with you. I will be mad at me like, don't. I will give you all the info, but I'll be like, don't do it. Which is, I'm serious, don't do it. But I'm learning to accept the charity. I'm learning. I'm trying. It's hard. I'm a do it myself guy. It's hard. Anyways, yeah, I think those were some awesome games. Bo and Dash, please send me those links in our Discord chat so I can put them in the description later on. That'd be awesome. I'm gonna start doing that now, and I'm also gonna start doing
for the games.
Yeah, the games. Because I'm gonna put the games in the description links for the replay, right? And then I'm also gonna cut them out as its own section, as an extra video content, kind of like people do it to replays, just for the games recommended. I'm gonna tag each of us as well, so that way you should get a ping for your channels. I think that's how it's gonna work. Nice. I mean, if y'all want to do that with your videos, y'all have y'all should be able to clip it, download it, whatever y'all need to do. Y'all have every right. But that's one thing. But anyways, let's go around the room and see what people got going on. Bo, we haven't seen you in a long time, so we'll start with you this time. What you got going on this week, buddy?
Well, I've been doing those AI videos, playing around with it. The videos I've got 3 of them up now. Just experimenting. I was just sharing with the world. I'm experimenting with AI videos. I was very transparent about it, about doing the screenshots and letting everybody know what AI was doing to my screenshots from the game. So it's very transparent about it. I'm not going to take credit for shit AI is doing. But Guild Wars 2. I wanted to play an MMO, and I played Star Wars: The Old Republic for years, and it went into maintenance mode. World of Warcraft is shit. EverQuest, the original EverQuest, I could get into that. And EverQuest 2, I used to play it too, yeah. Could get into that either, so. And I had Guild Wars just sitting there. The base game, Guild Wars 2, is free to play. You had to buy the expansions. And I would highly recommend if you're wanting a good MMO that the devs care about, Guild Wars 2 would be it, and it's pretty cool. Progression is pretty cool, but that's what I've been doing. I'm waiting on them Bethesda to fix Fallout so I can see what's broke, because I don't want to make any more new episodes for my show if I'm going to have to if my save game is trashed.
Yeah.
And you've seen how many episodes I'm into it. And Cyberpunk, I've been lazy with Cyberpunk. I've actually finished filming all the Cyberpunk. I just got to edit the shows and put them out there.
I need to play Cyberpunk again because I missed that one gun. There's this gun in there that has like an AI feature. After you hit a certain amount of kills, it was warning: Stone Cold Killer Mode deactivated. Only puppy-loving pacifists will be active. And he actually was like, "Why can't I get more than 50 kills?" And he goes, "Hold on, asking the features, why can't I have more than 50 kills? What are you, a psychopath?" I was like, that was actually a pretty fun part of that game. So I need to get back to Cyberpunk. I actually never finished it, so I need to get into that.
Man, I tell you what, there are few games, even role-playing games, that I enjoy playing, but didn't hit me like Mass Effect and Cyberpunk 2077. And Cyberpunk 2077 is a first-person shooter game, and I'm not into those. But I was like, I've had the game for years. I'm going to try it. And man, once I got past the initial mission and stuff, I was like, you know what? This is actually pretty cool, even though it's first person. I'm going to go through it. And it's got some moments. Some of the quests are just going to hit you. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
And it's CD Projekt Red, and you know their reputation now. But when they fixed the gameplay on this game, the story writing and the acting is just top tier for that game.
Yeah, they gave a shit back then. That's the difference. Yeah. Okay, and we have Dash Attack. What you got going on, buddy?
I don't have really anything planned other than my regular streams. I'm probably not going to be doing anything tonight, but I do think we might have Endymion on the Friday show, possibly next week, if anyone's looking forward to that.
I'm going to troll him.
Lol. Okay, don't make him not want to come back.
I'm not going to make him not want to come back. I'm just going to make him hate me. No, don't worry. I will be on my best behavior if I do manage to watch.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just giving you a fair warning ahead of time in case. But I will. You know my beef with the
Choo.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, but no, I think it'll be an interesting stream. As you got, that's all you got, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if I cut you off. I hope I did. I'm trying to be better at this. Believe it or not, I actually have a sticky note on my monitor. Don't cut off your fellow panelists. Like I'm being critiquing of myself, but me, my schedule is sporadic, and I don't mean sporadic because I actually have a lot of things going on. Blah blah blah. It's the holidays, so I have a son. I have a cat that has the zoomies and wants to try presents. So we know what that means. So I had to do the whole roles of the parenting and their duties during Christmas that we can't let children know. So there is that.
Yep.
So it makes my content go a little slower. I am like 99.9% done with my coverage of Death Race. I'm 75% done with
Nice.
my video game addiction coverage, and my Custer's Revenge coverage is about, I want to say, 60 to 70% done, because I did not mean to, but let's just say a lot of my videos are going to flip history. Let's just say that. What we know and what was told to us by Kotaku and a lot of others is different. Shocking, I know. But I'm having Sonya, an actual woman who's, yeah, I joke around and torment a lot, but actually respect, read my article and tell me if my script is going to be very sexist and racist. But that's coming. That should be coming up. Hopefully this month. We do have the Video Game Award.
To do that.
What? I need boobs to do it. I can't. You don't have boobs. You have boobs. I have boobs. You have
You could have
boobs.
got Sweet Baby Inc. to do that for you.
Oh, Sweet Baby Inc.
Sensitivity reading.
Just
Oh,
anonymously
fuck
send
that,
it to him
no.
for like a proton.
Sorry,
I
was
will
trying
say-
to be quiet there, but
I guarantee you,
I couldn't
my
resist.
Custer's Revenge one, as is right now, would be the perfect Tomahawk Bury the Hatchet peace offering between me and them. There will be no peace between us for as long as we both exist. I guarantee it.
I would love to see the response. They start going around to like do like press conferences and do all kinds of stuff. We got this letter. We got to tell you.
And what's the funny part is they're gonna say, and he's a white boy that claims he's Native American. And you know what I'm gonna say in response? Yes, Hitler. Here's my Star of David that says I am actually this much Native American that qualifies me as a Native American. I'm literally gonna say that.
Do it.
I've done it before. I've done it before in real life. I love like I hate dumpster fires, but at the same time, when you piss me off, I love to stir the pot. I love, or as Dash would say, I love to twist the knife. Once you set me off, I will twist that knife until there's nothing left.
Nice.
Anyways, other than that, we do have the Video Game Awards on the 17th. Karrus, you said you were going to try to make it. Valkyrie Winter's going to try it. We're most likely going to react to it, obviously, but we're most likely going to be roasting it as well. I think we roasted.
Oh, if you're doing something, I was hoping to do something. If you're doing something that night, I'll be there.
Yeah.
I might even do my own. And unless it's conflicting with your thing, I might.
I'm starting it when it starts. I did point it in the Dragon. No, I didn't put in Dragoncast. I tagged everyone that has streamer in their name in the streamer collab channel that only Dragon streamers such as Dash Attack, VetGamerBoceifus, and Karrus has access to, as well as everyone that's been interviewed on this channel has access to. They were on my Discord, so they can join in whenever they want. I was asking a month. Was it a month ago? About almost a month ago. It's like a week or two ago. Somewhere on there. But yeah, you're more than welcome to come, Dash. You're part of Dragoncast. It's literally a Dragoncast episode. I'm gonna sit there and watch and roast. I'm gonna make fun of these guys. Whoever has a better streaming thing to see the whole thing, they can host the video, whatever. But yeah, the whole thing is just roasting the Video Game Awards because we just point out we don't care about the Video Games Awards.
Yeah, I just want to see what's premiering.
Say again?
I just want to see what's coming out, what kind of slop we're getting.
Yeah, people only watch it for the trailers anyway.
Yeah, it's like Super Bowl. People don't watch the Super Bowl for the Super Bowl. I'm sorry, sportsy guys, but they don't. They watch it for the commercials. That's why they spend billions of dollars on each commercial. With that being said, other than the Video Games Award, that's the 17th, starting at 5 p.m.
Jeff Keighley Games Awards show? That's on the 11th.
No, it's the 17th.
11th. Go look it up.
Video Games Award they said on their website was the 17th. I sent that to Karrus. I looked it up.
That's what I actually.
I could be wrong.
Oh, it's the 11th. Internet.
Is it
save
the
us.
11th? Is this? Oh, hold on. Let me. No, you're right. It is the 11th. Why did I take the 17th? Anyways, that's coming up soon. Video Games Awards, we are totally covering. I will have it scheduled. I will fix my scheduling. But we will have that going on. Obviously, we got done with World War Z, the storylines. We're going into Dying Light, I believe, for Baz Inc. We are wrapping up Bioshock, I hope. We just had we just met Andrew Rand, or Ayn Rand, the genderbent Ayn Rand. That's literally the name. That's where it comes from. And you learn something about the game. I don't want to spoil it for those, even though it's a really old game. You have to play it. I don't want to spoil it, but there's something about that thing that pisses you off. Okay, robs you of something unless you know something all along. The whole premise of the game that you think you have a choice in. Yeah, you get robbed of that, and then you have to go and find something else to fill up your time. You know, you got to fill up your quotas of bodies. You got to stack your bodies and all that stuff. So you got that going on. So that's what we're going to be doing. I don't know, what was the Halo event we were doing on Friday, or is that another day?
That is Friday, this coming Friday the 12th at 7 p.m. Pacific, I believe.
Oh, yeah. You guys playing Halo again? I'll try and make it.
Yeah, definitely.
What time?
7 p.m. Pacific, I believe.
All right.
You got to be very specific about that Pacific.
Yeah.
Yes, we will definitely be having that. I think that's it. I'm rambling here because I usually had the schedule right here, but it's in the other room. I write my schedules down on a book. But yeah, other than that, we do have Melee K coming next Saturday. And then Abe's going to get you, who is supposed to be here today. He's going to be here the next Saturday after that. So we'll have Melee K on, and then that. And to be perfectly honest, we'll probably be taking a break from interviews and having podcasts like this. So if you're a member of our Discord, and you should be, I don't know why you wouldn't, stop in and you'll see a channel that should say something like Dragoncast recommendations and stuff that you can say, hey, I would like for you to cover, because Dragoncast is brought in part by viewers like you. All right, I'm rambling. We're all tired. We all want to go play video games. So this is Lavistro saying, happy gaming. Play the games your way, and go play some video games for something. I don't know.
You're still here. What? You thought there'd be a post-credit scene or something? This isn't a Disney movie. Show's over. Go get some sleep. Play a video game. Watch another YouTube video. I gotta take care of the dragon wing and possibly get some sleep myself. Goodbye, all, and thanks for watching. And happy gaming.